I'm good. I just want to be friends.
Yes.
Good.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
Yo, who you telling? Let's keep
Unless
it
you
like
fight,
that.
unless you fighting for what's right.
If I ain't fighting for my people, then I ain't fighting. Listen, man, I would tell you real quick. Here's $5. I'll tell everybody you knock me out. We'll call it a day and let's just keep it moving. I'm getting in my car. I just want to go home. That's all that matters. Rob, you with us? I tell you, that boy, you would think he was 105 years old. All right.
I can't hear you, bro.
Still can't hear you. You look good though, bro. We can see you clearly. So for all of our listeners, we are live. This is 90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D.Moss. Let's get it started. We are on school committee member, LaTonia Monroe, Naylor. Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Well, as you already said, my name is LaTonia Monroe Naylor, and I am a mom of 4 beautiful children. They all attend Springfield Public Schools. As a matter of fact, my oldest is graduating this year from Putnam, so I'm super excited but nervous about that. A wife, married to my husband, will be celebrating 20 years next month. So that is going to be exciting, even though we won't be able to go anywhere this year. I went to the schools in Springfield. I grew up here in the city when my dad wasn't having us travel in the military. I pretty much grew up here all my life, and graduated from Springfield Central High School in 98, stayed local, went to college here, got my bachelor's at Elms, my master's at Bay Path, and now I'm just in the community doing what I do. Started a nonprofit, Parent Villages, and I work as a professor and as a director of AmeriCorps at Springfield College. So I just stay busy with the education stuff and just doing what I got to do and representing you all. And as you said, I am on the school committee currently, running for re-election. And so you already know what that's about. Y'all better vote.
Yo, absolutely. Everybody knows we can't do official endorsements on the air, so I can't tell everybody. I'm not supposed to tell everybody that I'm voting for you, and I'm not supposed to encourage people to vote for you because we are a neutral station, and we have to give fair play for everybody. So let's just keep that a secret, and let's not tell everybody that I will be voting for you. We're gonna leave it at that.
Sounds good.
How long have you been on the school committee?
So I've been on the school committee for 4 years, and it's hard to believe that 4 years has gone by so quickly.
Wow. It has gone by. What have been some of the critical issues that you've addressed and some of the things you've been able to accomplish since you've been on school committee?
Let me talk about the things that I'm really excited that I've accomplished. So one of the things which people don't think about this, we've had a lot of issues. I don't want to say a lot, but we had enough issues with safety with our crossing guards. And so one of the things that I did tackle was making sure we upgraded all of their uniforms, right? Making sure that they had the reflectors. And now you see them, they got the stop signs with the lights on them, and they got the reflectors on their uniform. And that was something that I pleaded for, asked for, and we were able to make happen. And we were able to celebrate them. Some of the crossing guards never were celebrated. They were here for 40 years, 50 years, some of them, and never had an official celebration. So that's something I'm really happy that I was able to be involved in. Getting universal preschool. That is something that was a big issue. For those who know why I started Parent Villages, it was because we found out that 6% of our kids, actually 7% of our kids that year, were prepared for kindergarten. So in order to make sure our kids are prepared for kindergarten, we need to make sure they have early education access. So having universal pre-K was something very important to me that I advocated for. Now all of our 4-year-olds can go into a full day preschool program for free at the district. Another thing is increasing the arts, made sure that we had art and music in every single school. That was something that people have asked for. We don't have enough. I mean, the fact that we have it is great, but now we want to see that expanded. We've increased curricular programming like theater and stuff like that in Central High School and STEM. I'm not STEM, Conservatory of the Arts, and STEM actually has some good programming too that we were able to support and get behind. So it's really been, I mean, I could really go on and on. I think one of the other things is really fighting for our educators and making sure that they were protected during COVID and that we did not prematurely have folks going into our buildings, but that they were cleaned properly, that our ventilation systems had the upgrades done properly, that we had a town hall. So the town hall idea where there was like 7,000 people that showed up to a Zoom, that was my idea.
Oh,
I
that was
asked
you.
for
Okay.
it. I pleaded for that, and they granted that. And so I'm excited that we were able to really engage the community. As you know, for me, I don't believe in sitting on a seat and not speaking authentically about what the needs of the community are. I don't ever get up and say this is what we should do without first going to the community and saying, what do y'all think about this? How do you feel about this? Because my opinion and my experience may not be yours, and I don't want to speak for you on what your experience is. And so, you know, I can't even think of anything else right now just because I got so many things fluttering through my mind. But you also asked what are some controversial issues. Equity has been a big issue. And for me, I feel like we still are fighting that battle around equity. We did end up getting a student, I keep calling it student demographics, but special demographics committee where we're looking at hiring and retention of staff of color. I remember when I got the data on how many folks we hired, and my question after seeing that data was, well, how many are still with us? Let me see the retention.
Right.
And when they showed me the retention, it was as many people leaving out as coming in. So we realized that was a problem. And so that special committee was created so that we can start to really think about how do we realistically, not figuratively and theoretically, but how do we really get these teachers of color and get them to stay, get these educators and these staff of color and get them to stay? Well, you got to focus on equity. So right now, that's kind of the big thing that we're trying to push is how do we really focus on equity on a larger scale? So I've been involved in the Portrait of a Graduate work. I'm involved in the DIRE committee, which is diversity, inclusive, responsiveness, and equity. I've been involved with I was actually appointed by the commissioner to be on the Racial Imbalance Advisory Council. I also am on the Minority Caucus, which is now called the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Division of the Mass Association of School Committees. So not just saying theoretically, like, this is what we need to do, but how do we really make it happen? That's been my goal. So that's one issue that I think we still are just really tipping. I think the tip of the iceberg, we're still not, really penetrating that enough. And then another issue, as you know very well, is the issue with the cameras in the schools. Not so much having cameras in the schools. I think it's very helpful to have cameras in the schools, but allowing police to have real-time access to those cameras and being able to determine what an emergency is and tell us after the fact. That is something that I've had an issue with. And I've also had an issue with how we handle our rubric of measuring what our success is and how are we exemplary when we still have so many issues that we're still working through as a district. Not that we haven't accomplished a lot, not that we haven't done a lot of good, but we still have a lot of work to do. So to me, when you start to say you're exemplary, you're saying you don't need to work on anything, in my opinion. And I don't think that's true. And I think there's a lot of people that are tuning in that probably would agree with me that we still have a lot of work to do.
And we absolutely do. I mean, I have a major issue with the surveillance system in the schools. I mean, not in the schools, but unfettered police access to those surveillance systems. We know that they haven't been 100% forthright with us about issues in the past. There's been a lot of incidents between Quebec officers and students that were not made known to the public and was not properly addressed by the police department or the city. So how do I know that? Because I was in the office when it was going down. So there was a lot of stuff they tried to do. My concern is if I, and I do have a 4-year-old in the school system. I know she's going to come up in the Springfield school system. And no, I don't want her watched. And I know that when they tag and label somebody, they will follow anybody. If they can keep an eye on your son all throughout the entirety of his high school career, they will do that until they find something. So that scares me. So that's a major one. What else? There's been a couple of issues. The superintendent in his the raises every year. Well, tell me about the discussions that take place on the school committee. I mean, how do we qualify all those raises?
That's where I get a little frustrated, right? Because we get a rubric that says this is how you're supposed to make a decision as to whether or not somebody's exemplary, proficient. I forget what the other two categories are off the top of my head, right? And so with that rubric, it tells you kind of how you're supposed to make the determination in each of those areas based on the scale. I don't know how some people can say, oh, we're exemplary when there's no proof of certain things, or we're exemplary when maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago that we actually did something, and you're referring to that in this year. Well, this fiscal year that didn't happen. So why are you basing their raise on what happened 2 or 3 years ago? And so I feel like I want to say, I'm trying to be nice. You know, I always try to be a little nice.
Well, we didn't vote for you to be nice. We voted for you to tell us what's going on.
I'm telling you, I'm about to tell you, but I'm trying.
Big word.
I'm doing my seasoning of my words.
All right.
But my thought is that people don't pay attention to what the rubric is telling them to do. They just choose what they want to choose and then make a determination based on that, right?
Right.
And so when you do that, then you can justify giving somebody a 2% raise or 3% raise because you're saying they're exemplary, even though there's certain areas where there's gaps, right? So if the dropout rate decreased, okay, that's good. But then you also need to look at, but MCAS wasn't mandated this past year.
Yep.
So if MCAS isn't mandated, then you got a lot more kids that are going to graduate just because now they don't have to pass the MCAS to graduate. So I'm confident that there's a lot of kids that would have received a certificate of attainment that were able to graduate this last year and will graduate this upcoming year and graduated the year before last because COVID and the pandemic made it so that they couldn't take the MCAS.
Right.
Right. So I think of those things when I'm making those decisions. I know that other people don't think of those things because they're constantly making excuses and making up for it. And my concern is if you're going to do that with one particular person, then let's see you do that with the paraprofessionals, and let's see you do it with the security officers, and let me see you do it with the teachers. Absolutely. Because they deserve the same slack as well, dealing with the pandemic other folks have received. You know what I mean? So that's my perspective. But to your point, what is discussed? People make a choice, and if you have a block, then the block wins, right? So a 4-3, the 4 is always going to win, regardless of whatever we say as to why we say no, and whatever the issue is.
That's fair. And I'm just going to throw my little 2 cents in. For the community, if you're listening, just understand that you also play a vital role in this. When you're not active, not paying attention, those types of things happen. We can have 5 LaTonia Naylors on the school board. But again, as she said, if they're voting in a block for things that don't exactly work in our favor, and you're not paying attention and you're not doing anything, then, well, you can't blame the LaTonia Naylors of the world. You have to get involved. That's the political process. Right. And I think Rob and I are always saying, people are always saying, you got to vote, you got to vote, you got to vote. You do have to vote. But more important than voting is paying attention to the political process, not just in September during a primary or November during an election. You have to be involved in the process 24/7, 365 days a year, especially if you have kids in the school system. So you can't vote someone in and expect them to perform a miracle. You have to be their platform. You have to be their mouthpiece when they can't speak up on certain issues, or when they do, you have to show the mayor, the superintendent, and everybody else that you have their back. Because
you're absolutely correct.
It ain't gonna happen, right? They respond.
You're absolutely correct, because I remember when I was running, people said, well, you don't have enough speak outs. They complain. We don't have enough speak outs. So we got more speak outs. That was one of the other things that I advocated for. We need more speak outs. So we had 2 more speak outs added for the public to be able to come and speak on issues. And we went at least 2, if I'm being nice, 2 speak outs this past year where nobody showed up. And it was via Zoom. All you had to do was tune in, let them know ahead of time you wanted to speak out on something, and show up via Zoom and share what you had to say.
Well, the other thing is, I know just like when I was with Dominic, they had meetings via Zoom. But the crazy part is no one really knew about it because not everybody in the community, black, white, blue, or brown, doesn't matter. We're not paying attention to the Focus Springfield shout outs when they talk about what's coming up. Shout out to Steve Carey and those guys. They do a phenomenal job. But the city doesn't do a good job. And I'm not talking about school committee or city council. I'm saying the city doesn't do an adequate job in terms of really promoting the community meetings, the speak outs. They don't do enough of that in terms of educating people year round around what the process is. That's just a matter of hitting the 90.7s and any other radio station they may have in the region and constantly talking about it. When the mayor was doing the round table, one of them, I think we had over 1,000 people. Why? Some of us were busting our butts to make sure that everybody knew that those conversations are going to be happening. And that was not without the endorsement of the city. It was just doing it because it had to get done. So you know, when people don't show up, and I've heard that a lot, you know, well, we have meetings and people don't show up, but that's because nobody knew it. Because there's times when things are happening when I was with the city and didn't know. I have a newspaper, me and Rob and Malay, we're doing this side. We're doing the radio station, and we still don't get notifications on public meetings that are being held on the city's behalf. So I'm gonna say, shout out to you because you do a phenomenal job.
Yes.
In terms of being active, being out there, and being visible. And I think visible is probably the most important aspect of being a public official. People need to see you. Nobody cares if you're helping them or not. We do care if you're helping, but the thing is, people just want to see you. We have elected officials, black, white, and brown, who nobody sees at all until it's time to vote for an election. You have people on the school board that the vast majority of folks in the black community, and that's who I represent, have no idea that who these people are. I've known Peter Murphy for years. Most of the people I talk to have no idea he exists. I know Collins. What's his first name?
Yeah.
Chris Collins.
Chris Collins. He has a bunch of brothers. My bad. But Chris Collins, really nice guy, bought me a hat and a sweater back from Ireland one time, which I'm deeply appreciative for. But nobody in our community knows who these people are. So I think visibility is critical. Getting folks on the bottom tier involved in the political process, keeping them aware, keeping them up to date in terms of what's going on, is probably one of the most important things an elected official can do. So I'm going to come off much. Rob, anything you want to say or ask Miss Naylor, Miss Monroe Naylor? Family, leave me alone.
Mrs. Get it right.
I think the mister is in the kitchen. He might be listening.
That's my cousin. Good.
Yeah, I think
family is huge now.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Where were they on moving day though? Don't get me started.
What?
He got his little side joke.
Rob, don't start. Okay.
He had to come lift 2 boxes, and now he was
Oh, really? I was banging my head on that short basement.
Hey, Rob,
ceiling.
LaTonia been in office for about 50 years because half the city is related to him.
I know they better go vote. That's what I know they better do.
One of the things
she gonna win. You better get up, fake it up,
get
up and go vote.
Yeah. Hey, Rob.
One of the things that you mentioned was, which was near and dear to my heart, was that issue with the police surveillance, right? Mm-hmm. So that happened under the darkness of COVID. Kids weren't in school. There wasn't an incident to give rise to maybe even bringing this topic or subject up, and then it was just voted for. Can you talk about why you and Denise Hurst and Barbara Gresham voted against that policy? I think people need to hear why the three of you voted against it.
Well, the first thing is we're 3 Black women, and we all have sons.
Isn't Maria Perez Black too?
She's Latina.
But she's Black though.
She looks Black.
Okay, I wasn't asking you to answer that question. I was just throwing it out there, but go ahead.
It wasn't rhetorical either.
Well, you can't ask me rhetorical questions on an interview.
That's what I said. It wasn't rhetorical. I didn't even sound.
All right, go ahead and answer.
But in all seriousness, right? And folly aside, Denise and I, for sure, we both have Black boys, right? My son is 13 years old. He's in the 8th grade in one of our middle schools. She has 2 boys in elementary school, in one of our elementary schools. And so for her and I, the first reason was I have a son, and my son is automatically going to be profiled because he's Black. And we already know the talks we have to have with our boys and the things we have to tell them ahead of time and how mannerable they have to be and how respectful they have to be wherever they go, because they don't need any trouble. And knowing that and thinking about that and thinking about the circumstances that our kids have to go through, and then our own personal experiences, especially me, because I grew up in the hood. For those who know me, know I grew up in the Ave when it really was the Ave. I lived in Forest Park on Rainy Street for 16 years. And I've had my share of stories of things that have happened and things that I was concerned about for the safety of my children. And part of the reason why I got involved in community work, period, was because of the things that I experienced on Rainy Street and on the Ave, right? And so I already know that our kids have enough challenges without now being in a situation where they may do something stupid, and because it got caught on video, now they're going to jail for something that's stupid that would have probably not been that serious, but now it's serious because it's caught on video camera, right? Now, there's other kids in other communities that do worse. There's other communities that have outbreaks of heroin and all this other drug activity going on in their schools, but they don't have surveillance in their schools.
Right.
Their kids are not getting arrested if they do something because Johnny's uncle is the police officer and they get a slap on the wrist and they just keep it moving. What about our boys? Mm-hmm. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'll be completely honest. Yep. After I kind of went through that process, then the next thing was, well, I don't have a problem with external cameras because things happen in the communities in a lot of our schools, and it's very real that you may have shots go off in the middle of the day or what have you. Like, we want to know. In fact, there was a case at D-Berry where somebody was murdered in D-Berry lot. And because of the camera, they were able to get the person who shot the person and killed them. So we want to have those cameras outside of the building because people shouldn't be doing those things on school property. But to say inside the building where kids are under 18 and they don't have a choice, but they have to go to school by law, and you're forcing them to be surveilled, and say that it's because of an emergency that you get to determine what that emergency is, I have a problem with that. Yeah. I have a problem with that. And so,
do you have any idea of the genesis of that policy?
I can tell you what I was told. What we were told in the meeting was, in the event that there was a shooting, a mass shooting or something like that, or if there was a fire, that we wanted to be able to have immediate access and not have to wait for approval from the district to get access to the schools cameras. That's what we were told in the meeting. But my concern, and then I'll step it up a third. This was the third thing that came to me. What if you got a teacher? What'd you say?
We have about 3 more minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll try to get through it. But the third thing that came to my mind was, what if there's a teacher that's in a domestic dispute or something and they have a husband that's in the police force that then gets access to their camera? Like, so I'm always thinking about all of the possibilities, and not that I think if we would have had a chance to table it and go back and say, okay, let's approve the external cameras and let's go back and talk about the internal cameras again and what that looks like and what the protocol is. Let's go to the community and see how they feel about this and see if this is something they're okay with and that they want. And then now let's come back to the drawing board. Like, that was my belief that that's how we should have handled it because it was too divided. But unfortunately, that's not how it went. It was voted on at a 4 and it went through.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about bringing it to the community. You know, Daryl and you talked about how these meetings weren't well attended. Some of these Zoom meetings weren't well attended overall. I personally think sometimes it's by design. I think it's by design that they don't put the information out there for people to access it. And sometimes I think when they do have these meetings, they have certain people implanted in those meetings to kind of help push their narrative to go through. So I don't believe in that innocent ignorance. I think there's something premeditated behind it.
And that's the fear, right? When people do things and they move so quickly, you don't know what the motive is, and we're the ones that are going to suffer from it. Then you start to put your antennas up, in a way of speaking, and try to understand why do they feel this is okay. If we're pushing back and we have a reason to push back, then let's table it and go back if you respect what I'm experiencing right now. And but one thing I do want to say before I step off and relinquish the mic is that this is, to me, based on my research, one of the most important local elections that we have had and that we're going to have for a very long time. The superintendent's contract will expire over the next 4 years, and there's a lot of other things that are on the table that are going to be decided. We have a lot of money coming into the state, right, because of COVID and all that other stuff. Folks need to pay attention, and they need to not take it. Don't take it lightly, and don't make assumptions. Get your behinds out there and vote. Get out there and vote, and make sure that you do the right thing, because if you don't, and you are sitting there on November 3rd questioning how somebody slid through the cracks, it will be your fault, and then our kids are going to suffer for it.
Got you. And I'm going to add this. Remember 2020. Remember why folks are out in the streets in the middle of a pandemic marching and protesting. Remember all that. We have short-term memory when it comes down to social ills. Remember why you were pissed off. Remember why you were upset. So you grab everybody in all your circles and you bring them down to vote with you. Wherever they vote, take them, make sure they get there. Remind people why they need to vote. When we talk about systemic inequity, a lot of it has to do with the fact that we sit back, relax, and wait for everybody else to vote. And we convince ourselves that our vote don't matter, but every single vote counts. I cannot tell you who to vote for. I'm voting for LaTonia, but I can't tell you who to vote for. But you need to get out there and vote for the people who fight for you. To whom you give your money and your vote, you give your power. If you sit back and you do absolutely nothing, you will render yourself powerless. We got work to do, and we can't do it without you. So with that being said, LaTonia, is there anything else you want to add on a closing note?
I just want to say it's about our kids, and if our kids get what they need, then all kids benefit, and so we need to make sure that our kids are getting what they need, and they will not get what they need if they're not represented and somebody's not sitting at the table to make sure that their concerns are being addressed. They can't speak for themselves. They're not old enough yet to be able to get out and vote, but we can. And I think, to your point, don't just vote. Get involved in the process. Attend the budget hearing meetings. Make it loud. Make your demands loud, because if you don't make your demands loud, then people will push you to the side as if you don't matter, because they will listen to the one that is loud.
Absolutely. So that's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mrs. LaTonia Monroe Naylor, our school committee person. She's fighting that fight for us. Make sure that we fight for her on November 2nd, but don't tell nobody I said that. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Yes.
This program has been underwritten by the Springfield Cultural Partnership and the Springfield Cultural Council.
Hey, Arts and Culture family. It's Summer Smith from the Springfield Cultural Partnership. Enjoy a poem reading snippet by Journey Waters.
My faith and hope to see a better world by Journey Waters. My faith brings me clarity. My faith brings me joy. My faith brings me endless possibilities. My faith gives me confidence and hope. My hope allows me not to take anything for granted. My hope allows me to have desire that great things will happen. My hope allows me to trust. And with all things, my faith allows me to believe that all things are possible, and it's possible for a change. In this world, there's so much sadness, negativity, hurt, poverty, and prejudice. I hope to see a change in this.
Listen to more at springfieldculture.org/trust transfer project.
WTCC would like to thank the Springfield Cultural Partnership and the Springfield Cultural Council for underwriting with us.
This program has been underwritten by the Indian Orchard Citizens Council 5th Annual Food Truck Festival 2021. Saturday, October 9th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Rain date on the 10th. Across from Myrtle Street Park, 117 Main Street. WTCC DJs, hosted by Miss Moya. Music by KLS. Food, live music, and more. For more information, email iocc.council@gmail.com or call Zeta Govan 413-301-2533. WTCC would like to thank the Indian Orchard Citizens Council for underwriting with us.
90.7 WTCC FM. We ain't done. We got more bills to pay.
This program has been underwritten by the Springfield Cultural Partnership and the Springfield Cultural Council.
Hey, Arts and Culture family. It's Summer Smith from the Springfield Cultural Partnership. Join the 48th Mattoon Street Arts Festival, Saturday, September 11th and Sunday, September 12th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Save the date and enjoy over 90 featured exhibitors, food vendors, and strolling musicians. The event is free admission on Mattoon Street in Springfield, and there will be free parking available at the TD Bank lot on Dwight and Harrison Street. Learn more at www.mattoonfestival.org. Art lives here, art works here, art plays.
This program has been underwritten by the committee to elect Janae McDonald for City Council Ward 4.
I'm Janae McDonald, and I'm running to be your next Ward 4 City Councilor because we need someone with a strong voice and clear vision. I've been working for our community by advocating for the renovation of Acorn Street Park tennis courts, addressing neighborhood parking concerns, and bringing basketball hoops back to our parks. Ward 4 deserves a city councilor who's going to speak out on issues that matter to our community the most, like making sure that we get our fair share of the millions of dollars of COVID funds given to the city. I am proud to be supported by City Councilors Justin Hurst and Tracy Whitfield. Please remember to vote on November 2nd.
WTCC would like to thank the committee to elect Janae McDonald for underwriting with us.
This program has been underwritten by the committee to re-elect Jesse Letterman, City Councilor at Large.
Hi, this is Springfield City Councilor Jesse Letterman. The corner of Bay Street and Clarendon, where I grew up, is about 5 minutes from City Hall, but it can seem much further away for too many in our community. That's why I ran for City Council. Together, we've brought City Hall to the people and the people to City Hall to deliver real results for Springfield. But there is more work to be done. I'm running for re-election because now is the time to tackle our city's challenges, no matter how big or how small some might think they are. I believe we do our best when we think big and towards the future. Please remember to vote on Tuesday, November 2nd, so we can continue fighting for all of our neighborhoods. Thank you.
WTCC would like to thank the committee to re-elect Jesse Letterman, City Councilor at Large, for underwriting with us.
90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D.Moss. This is Monday Night Live. What's up, Malay? Yo, do that part.
What?
This is D.Moss.
You
Monday
see,
Night Live.
I was waiting for it, but you didn't even give it no
This
space.
is D.Moss and
NBS Malay.
Qwes in the house. And we have
What's
a
that?
special guest with us, man. We got somebody in the studio with us.
I see.
Dope, right?
Yeah.
We didn't bring no products, though. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It happens.
I believe
All right, how you doing? My name is Joshua Hunt, owner of Exotic Scentsations out of Springfield, Massachusetts.
and didn't bring no exotic sensations.
It happens. It happens. It's in a rush.
Well, that means you got to come back again for a follow-up interview at some
Right.
point with a box full of stuff like.
Hey, y'all make me.
I need
big,
to
we
leave
gonna
a
make
live
it.
review, you know.
I got you. Don't even worry about it.
So tell everybody, talk about your business, man. Tell everybody what exactly you do, how you started, all that good stuff.
All right. My business is called Exotic Scentsations. I took a play on the word scent and made it sensation because I feel my business is sensational.
Oh,
I make my own incense, body oils, lotions, colognes, perfumes, diving into novelties and whatnot. I started my business, basically during COVID. I think I put a mask on and started handing out incense to everybody. The reception was great. So I started handing them out to gas stations around Springfield, and that's how I pretty much learned Springfield by going through gas stations, Springfield, Enfield, Chicopee, Ludlow, wherever I could, mom and pop shops, bodegas, whatever. I was there, and I made sure I made it happen.
All right. How'd you get into that, man? I mean, it's not like, I don't know a lot of brothers that sit around making incense and stuff. We burn a lot of it.
Yeah,
so tell me how you got into all that. That's interesting.
It was more of a hobby, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sitting there watching, trying new things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, growing up, with mom, burning incense, the black pack of incense laying around the house all day, you get interested in some things and find one hobby, and that hobby just happened to stick for me. So now I started off with 4 incense, I think, and now I'm up to 68 different flavored incense.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, I like the earthy scents. I'm into patchoulis and sages, but I take a spin on a lot of the incense. So I have like Ghetto Fabulous and Pimp Juice and Sex on the Beach. You know what I'm saying?
Rob, they got yours, man. He got the Pimp Juice, bro.
Yeah. So
Word.
I take a play on it. Whatever whatever's going to work, it works.
That's what's up.
So
that's what's up.
If you come up with a scent, I'm sure I can make it for you.
And where are you located? For anybody who's like, I'm digging it. Let me check it out.
Right now I'm at Eastfield Mall, 1655 Boston Road.
Okay.
Up here in Springfield.
I'm gonna need a tropical Malay scent because there's a tropical Malay drink. So I'm just saying.
Is it not like Erica Badu?
Yeah.
Badu?
So what is that? What is that? Like an orange scent? Or?
I don't think it's orangey. I think it's more tropical. It has to put
Yeah,
you
that
on
sounds orangey.
island,
Yes,
you know.
that sounds.
I don't
good.
want it to be orangey though. I mean, orangey, it smells good.
Kind of like a pina colada.
No,
So,
like
so
coconut.
when you're talking about your products, do you kind of keep in line with the whole trend of maybe organic or more natural, non-chemical related ingredients?
I try to. I mean, when I do things like that, it's more like for body butters. You know what I'm saying? For shea butters, using shea butters and lotions and whatnot. I try to be natural. But when it comes to like the incense, whatnot, it's just, you know what I'm saying, the oil's the oil. You know, I mean, you're saying it's not what you see is what you get, but it's just what you smell is what you get. I mean, the product speaks for itself.
Okay.
Heard.
Okay. So are you open Monday through Friday? Like what are your hours of operation?
Right now, you know what I'm saying, with my son going back to school, I'm open Monday through 7 days a week actually. You know, saying from 3:30 to 7. On the weekends, I'm open on Saturdays 10 to 7, Sundays 11 to 7. So that's only going to be, just saying, short term. We're going to try to open the whole day soon.
What are the type of reviews that you've received on your incense? Or any of your products?
I finally had somebody tell me some of them they didn't like.
Okay, tell me about that.
I guess that in itself is a good thing, because you get tired of everybody saying, "Oh, it's so great." You know what I mean?
And you don't feel like they're being all the way
It's like,
honest.
all right, come on, let's be real. Because I know there's probably some that I really don't like. You know what I'm saying? When I'm bagging incense, I'm like, this don't smell all that hot.
But you know, it smell hot to somebody else, maybe.
Right. So I can't knock myself. But at the same time, I mean, a woman told me that she didn't like a certain one. I forget which one, but she told me, and I mean, I appreciate that.
How did it smell to you? Did you not like it either, or?
Everybody has their own scent.
Yeah,
you know
right.
Everybody has that.
But after she said it, did it smell any different to you?
No,
like,
I don't, because I make them, and I know I put 100% effort and everything.
Right.
I walked into a gas station one time, and the woman was talking bad about my incense.
Oh wow!
Right, and it was cool because I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her. But then I told her, what about it you didn't like? She's like, oh, she told me what she didn't like. But then I told her, she's like, why are you asking me so many questions? I said, because I make the incense.
Right.
But see, her whole attitude changed when she found out
that you made it, right? Because people be scared to tell the person.
Right.
And I don't understand that, because, like, there's some things that people, well, with sense, like, it's for certain people, but like there's some things that people could do to make other people better. But that's the number one thing that's good about certain business owners, like when you're able to sit down and take constructive criticism and not take any offense to it. Like, oh, okay, that's all right, because everything's not for everybody.
Keep in mind, in life, though, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people have a hard time having hard conversations with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, regardless of what it is. So you run into, I get it. Some people's not gonna like what I make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, more people's gonna love what I make, and that's what's all the better for me.
This is absolutely true.
All I do is true. Get out and about, and I mean, every event, every anything y'all have up here, I'm going to try, and I'm going to make sure my name is ringing up here in Springfield.
Well, mark your calendar. December 26th and 27th, Kwanzaa celebration citywide, Boys and Girls Club Family Center, and then at Rebecca Johnson. I'll let you know about that. I'm sorry, sis.
Oh no, you was fine. Hold on, let me think. What was I gonna say? I forgot. So blew my mind.
You got the incense. So talk about the oils and everything.
Oh yeah.
My oil. I do body oils. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen a lot of people. Some people are familiar with them, but body oil is like the base of a cologne or perfume. You know what I'm saying? It lasts a lot longer. You know what I'm saying? To where you can spray the perfume. I guess it's like an alcohol base. To where eventually, you know what I'm saying, it evaporates on your skin. Right. The oil is going to get on your skin. It's going to seep into your skin. It's going to last a lot.
So you make the oils out there for like for men, women.
I have men's, women's. I have Gucci, Guilty, Armani.
Good. I do oils. I don't even care for cologne, but I like oils because it seems
right. My dad does too.
Right, don't feel as oily. You know what I mean? When I put it on, I like the way it feels when I put it on. You know what I mean? Right.
And I also take the oil and I make lotions with it.
That's awesome.
You know I make massage oil with it. If you want to pay the bill when you rub it on your lady, I got you.
My dad walked in his house the other day with a bunch of oils. I wonder if it came from you.
I hope it did.
Was it? Do you know a Rick Rob?
Huh?
You know a Rick Rob?
No.
Dang.
No.
I feel like he just be buying oils from everywhere to the side.
Location one more again, man.
1655 Boston Road, Eastfield Mall, or you can check on my website www.exoticsensations.com.
Yeah, say that one more time.
www.exoticsensations.com. free deliveries, Western Mass.
Oh, free delivery.
Yeah,
It just
trying to get the
and keep in mind it's not sensation, it's
Sensations.
I just want to make sure
Sensation, guys.
No, I got a quick question. What inspires the scents that you come up with? I mean, I know there's some scents you mentioned that already have some cachet, some names to them, but I'm assuming that there's a lot of scents that you create on your own based on feedback, input, or what you think is hot.
Friends. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, look at some of the names that people are using. You're saying some of the lingo. You know what I'm saying? You hear some of the lingo, and I mean, you can just use a scent. I've always wanted to do like an R&B line. You know what I'm saying? Of incense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the Temptations. What would David Ruffin smell like in 2021? You know what I mean? Something like that. Something real. You
That's dope.
Yeah, let's get it going. Let's see if he sings in the rain for real. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I mean, I've always thought about, I mean, what's going to sell? You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, if you ever came to my kiosk or you saying to the events, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, it's the names. People don't know what Barack Obama smells like, but everybody knows who Barack Obama is. So you know what I'm saying. So everybody buys the incense, hoping, you know what I mean. So it's a weird fascination with the name more than the scent.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Anything else you want to add?
No. Thank you for having me.
All right, we gotta come back, but you gotta,
I got you.
Can't come empty-handed because she get upset.
You saying
I'm good with it.
What do I get upset about?
I don't know. I gotta blame somebody.
I have to go. You remember you saw when he was in the middle of talking to LaTonia and he turned around and looked right at me and didn't even look at you, and it was your fault that the phone went up.
You used to our madness. That's what that is.
No, he's just crazy like that. He's just ready to blame me.
I'm a little crazy.
You see, he always be ready to blame. Right, Rob? He be ready to blame me all the time.
Sí, señora.
Because what I tell you? Yes, we out here. Word. But next time you gotta bring some samples.
Definitely. I got you.
You get it, samples.
Bring some of that Erica Badu.
I want
Badu.
I'm gonna need a tropical Malay. Like it gotta be like kind of bluish.
Yo, the time now is 9:52 in the great city of Springfield. I'm on with Joshua Hunt, the owner of Scentsations, exotic Scentsations, and Eastfield Mall. Man, I'm getting old.
1655.
I'm getting old, man.
1655 Boston Road, Eastfield Mall, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Go up in there, and every time you buy something, make sure you remind him that you heard him right here on 90.7, and buy me something too.
Yes, I want something. Make sure y'all get the tropical Malay because it's coming soon.
Well, in that case,
man, have y'all up in the basement whipping stuff up.
Whip it up.
Some smooth R&B flavored spoken word up in there.
You know, right? That's what you see.
I want a scent called Brown Eyes. So when I'm spitting that,
get out.
When I'm spitting Brown Eyes,
Brown Eyes sound like a good scent.
Yeah,
yo,
here's it. I got brown sugar.
But Brown Eyes sound like a good title for a scent.
We'll take sugar off and just call it Brown Eyes.
I need one for tall people that kick small people.
From Brown Eyes one.
What? You want what?
I need a scent that for tall people that step on small people.
Y'all can all have scents because I want one.
Goliath, call it Goliath.
Wait, but can I make a commercial for your scent?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta make the tropical Malay first, and then I'm just kidding.
Extortion.
No, I'm just kidding.
Extortion is what's going on over here. What's that?
This that New York style. This that brown paper bag. Nah, but come on, free, no problem. Just a brown bag under the tire.
Then we cut it out. I want to make a commercial for real. I'll make a dope commercial. Okay. A scent for your sensation.
And listen up, y'all. We got brand new music coming up from my girl Teekay, all the way from my hometown. Even though she ain't from the hills, she's still cool with me. Her name is Teekay, y'all. She got a brand new single. It's called Pressure.
What?
Yo,
from Waterbury?
Waterbury.
Nobody.
Dirty water.
I was about to say, I'm about to tag my friend Ryan up there. Yeah,
on Willow Street. What are you looking at like that, Daryl?
You know what you was doing on Willow Street? Anyway,
driving by it.
Then we got my girl AuDIOmaste coming up My man, Mr. Qwes, is backstage.
Oh,
we have
Qwes.
artists.
Oh, we out here. We got guests on top of guests.
Business,
What's up?
exotic sensations. Matter of fact, I'll buy a $20 gift certificate. Can I get something in there for $20?
Yeah, you can get whatever you want.
All right.
Are you gonna get the
I'm gonna
tropical
get a $20
Malay?
gift certificate for anybody that can go down there. If anybody can inbox me right now or hit me in the comment line, tell me the name of his business and the location. Boom. There we go.
I'm unboxing you right now.
No, you're excluded.
Present company excluded.
So with that being said, bro,
that's
anything else you want to add?
No, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Come check me out at 16.
What's the scent you have on right now?
This is I think Harlem Musk.
That smells good, and I like
right.
your shirt.
Thank you.
Fly.
Oh, yeah, that shit is dope.
Fly.
Yo, I got to get that. Actually, I'll probably stop by tomorrow. All right, I got you, Miss Yates. I got you. You gonna get that $20 gift certificate? All yours.
You know what?
Wait. Rashonda, she cheats, man. Don't give her nothing.
Listen,
I would have.
She cheats.
Coming up next.
He's like, no.
Coming to the microphone is my girl Teekay.
Yes.
Mr. Hunt, I want to thank you for stopping by. Always feel free, hit me up, let me know whenever you want to come on.
Thank you.
All right.
But we
It's
do
been
live
real.
we do live samples on the air, so we can
That's
light it
cool.
up.
I'm gonna make sure I drop
let
something
people
by so
know.
that way you can
Let me
share
know
it.
when you're ready to make that commercial.
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'll get you Instagram, whatever.
Okay.
Go from there.
There we go.
With it.
Matter of fact, the October edition of the Metro Record newspaper, you can read all about it right there. There it is. Boom. But make
Say
sure you go
no
visit the store.
more.
All right, y'all. We're gonna move. Rob, you gonna kick off with us on the R&B set?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so, Grandpa. It's all good, man. As usual, that's the Rob Jones segment.
Rob, that's
We call it
corny.
Insight.
Rob, you're corny.
And that's what's
All
up.
right.
So let's get it pumping. Here we go. What's my song? What is my song? Let's get it. Yo, this is a brand new joint. I'm gonna give y'all clicks.
Well, let's hear it.
You ain't gotta worry about me.
Wait.
Let me take that pressure off, yeah. You can't seem to handle all this weight I'm pressing on, yeah.
She's really good.
Let's get it right. You seem stronger from a distance. Now I'm facing some resistance.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How
my
dare
little
you tease
sis.
us like that?
Oh,
I know he just missed the good part. That's okay.
I mean, he ain't right. He was supposed to play the whole thing, so we could just
I
like
won't play the whole thing, but
That's
I will
all right.
play
You go look it up.
Use it after we have some conversation.
Fine.
Man. God. So TK, for all of our listeners, for all the viewers who are watching, who will be watching, since this will be running nonstop all during the week, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and tell them why you so dope.
Yeah, man. So like you said, I am from Waterbury, Connecticut. My name is TK. I don't live in Waterbury anymore.
None of us do.
Exactly.
All of us, though.
But I still rep Waterbury. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, all from my home, based in Connecticut. And really, I just have a passion for music and for expression of emotion. And that's where the songwriting really comes from. So anytime you hear a song from me, you can tell that it is definitely based in some type of reality, whether it's mine or somebody else's. And I just really passionate about those types of things, expression of feelings and emotions. So that's me, like in a nutshell.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Go ahead, Malay. You always got the crazy.
First of all, I want to see your shirt.
Oh, you want to? Okay, hold on.
Yes.
I put pants on, so this is fine.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, so
That is nice.
you feel me? Just a little something.
That's really nice. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so what have you been doing lately, like with shows and stuff? Well, I know the last show I saw.
Yeah. So
you rocked it. That was so dope.
yeah, so just a couple weeks ago, I actually was at D.Moss's event called Poetry Undressed, which is always like a super dope event. Like you want to be there just for the vibe. And that's like basically poetry. There's singers, there's rappers, there's all that kind of stuff. I just put out the song that you started to play. We didn't finish it, but we'll finish it later. That's called Pressure. That's my uncle. It's called Pressure. I literally did everything on Pressure myself from scratch, from the songwriting, the producing, the recording, all of that. So that just came out literally like a week ago. And next up, we have some Christmas stuff coming and then the album next year. So it's going to be very, very busy.
That's awesome.
So when next year can I look for that album?
Yeah, definitely look for the album because it's going to be short and sweet, but it's going to be 100% me. So I'm excited for it.
Do you already have a title for it?
I do. I don't know if I should share it, but I do already have the title.
You won't tell nobody.
It's I'm probably going to call it Conversation.
Don't believe him when he says that because every time he says that, he tells everybody.
We're on a radio station.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of calling it Conversations. That's actually the title of a song that I've previously written. Okay. And I think when you hear my music, it's all very conversational. It's all very one-on-one personal. So Conversations, I'm thinking. It might change, but for now, it's Conversations.
Yeah.
And
that's so awesome.
You should get a matching incense with that song, right?
That would be
yes.
We're gonna have insightful conversations, listen and smell some conversations, and I just messed y'all all up. Oh,
Conversations.
There we go.
We're back.
You're back, man.
Okay.
So that's what I get for running my mouth. But go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet now.
No, that's all. And that actually would be kind of cool because I'm definitely like a candle burning, kind of person. It needs to smell good in here to get the vibe right. So I'll take it.
You do candle stuff?
No, I'm going to start though.
Okay.
What shows do you have coming up?
Everybody we interview, I'll be doubling back on the instance. But I'm sorry.
Got to. So, what shows do you have coming up?
So coming up, I'm not sure yet. Nothing set in stone. I definitely want to get a few more shows in before the holiday season starts and it just starts getting really crazy.
Yeah.
For now, I'm not positive though. So, but of course, when there's another show coming, it'll be all over my social media. So you'll see it.
Yes.
That's dope. I had a question, but I forgot what it was.
You want me to replace the question?
Yeah, go for it.
Where's that guitar at, girl?
The guitar is in the kitchen on the floor.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Wasn't gonna ask her to sing to us.
So the reason the guitar is on the floor is my job wanted me to like perform a song. And so things got weird. I just took it out and threw it in the kitchen real quick, but it's in there. It's not tuned and it's resting.
Well, I know you could do something a cappella.
Oh my goodness. Is there something that you hear? Oh my goodness. We love an untimely clap.
You know, right? Exactly. Right.
What do you want to hear? Do you know what you want me to sing?
Anything. I'm down for anything.
Let's see. I could do Pressure, which just came out.
Let's hear that.
I tell you what, you do the acapella version, and as soon as you fade out, we'll just hit the song right on. Cool?
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'll do. Oh, my phone's heard. Hey, okay, Google. So I'll just do a little bit of it then, since you're gonna play it anyway. So it's, let me take that pressure off ya. You can't seem to handle all this weight I'm pressing on ya. Let's get it right. You seem stronger from a distance. Now I'm facing some resistance and I'm slowly losing patience on ya. And I'll just stop there. So
no, don't stop. Keep going.
So let me take the pressure off ya. Yeah. Now relax your shoulders. Go and sit down. Get comfortable. Well, tell me, how's that for ya? If you can't take the heat, go and man up, say that you're weak. 'Cause I ain't gonna beg for you. I asked for you once and now. Boy, I'm calling your bluff. That's enough.
You have such a nice voice, TK. Wait, let me just say one thing, D, before you play the song real quick. I love how when you sing, we can feel you.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that.
I think I'm more of an emoter before I'm even a singer sometimes. Thank you.
It's amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Just hearing myself in the background, like, you ain't gotta worry about me.
Right.
What is happening?
take that pressure off, yeah. You can't seem to handle all this weight I'm pressing on, yeah. Let's get it right. You seem stronger from a distance. Now I'm facing some resistance, and I'm slowly losing patience on ya. Ooh, so let me take that pressure off ya. Yeah. Now relax your shoulders. Go and sit down, get comfortable. Well, tell me, how's that for you? If you can't take the heat, go and man up, say that you're weak. Cause I ain't gonna beg for you. I asked for you once and now, boy, I'm calling you bluff, that's enough. So you ain't gotta worry about me, baby. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Focus on yourself, it's all good, baby. You ain't gotta stress, you're off the hook, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. No pressure. Can I say I'm not surprised? No, that you were gonna prove me right. Yeah, that you was open with your life. Why you lie? You're out of sight, you're out of mind. You fooled me once, you fooled me twice. Yeah, you fooled me one too many times. Yeah, a big man, but you can't play nice. So baby, let me be polite. So you ain't gotta worry about me. What you worry about? You ain't gotta worry about a thing. What you worry about? Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Focus on yourself, it's all good, baby. You ain't gotta stress, you're off the hook. Stop. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Pressure. I'ma worry about me, yeah. And I'ma be alright, I guarantee, yeah. So you could feel free to take a back seat. Me, myself, and I is all I need. You ain't gotta worry about me, baby. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Focus on yourself, it's all good, baby. You ain't gotta stress, you're off the hook, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Pressure. You ain't gotta worry about me. No. Ain't gotta worry about me. Ain't gotta worry. You ain't gotta worry about me.
Those backgrounds are freaking fire. Oh, we can't hear her. She's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute. Background sounds. That was my girl Teekay out of CT.
Those backgrounds, though. The backgrounds are life.
Girl, I worked so hard on them. I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
Great job. Especially at the all those high ones is just sprinkling love.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was amazing. I loved it.
I can't wait for the album to come. I'm about to play the mess out of this right here.
I like the message too.
Yeah, this is the song where it's like it's been just one too many tries, and eventually you be like, you know what? Let's just stop. Like, never mind. I'll figure something out. But this is I can do bad by myself kind of song.
Thank you. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta worry about me.
Right. It's gonna be stuck in my head the whole night. It's a hit. I love it. When are you gonna do a video for it?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. I was kind of going back and forth on whether I was gonna do a video, but I feel like it's a very visual song.
Gotta do a video.
Beautiful. Yeah,
gotta do
that song is so beautiful. It has to have a video.
Okay, so it's happening.
I could see you on a boat in some water or something.
I just saw that. I know.
Right, you hear right?
Crazy.
Right.
Like, doing her thing on the yacht.
Nah, seriously, right?
Writing this down.
Trying to make your video expensive. You hear us?
I know. You're gonna come up. So here's what we had in mind.
Right. Yo, that's so
don't worry, D gonna pay for the whole video. You know he rich.
Hey, I'll take
it. Dope song. And it's just like, you grow up and you start meeting all these phenomenal artists and you hear a dope song, you're like, damn, I know this person.
Yeah.
That is a really dope cut, man. And hopefully you'll get a whole lot of radio play around it.
She
dope,
will.
Man. Everything about
we can't say hopefully.
The sound, everything is just dope.
Thank you, man.
It's really dope.
That song is dope.
Oh,
Thank you.
everybody,
I can't
you're
wait to
right.
hear the rest.
Shout out to my girl Alicia Foreman. I love
I know.
me
My
some
sis right
Alicia
there.
Foreman.
Shouting me out.
She was just
Um,
performing at a concert last. What
word?
day was it?
Yesterday.
Friday.
I got to get out more, man.
Friday, New Britain had a free concert for the 150 year anniversary, and she
Mhm.
performed. Did a great job. You know, she always does a great
Yeah,
job.
she
though.
always does a
You
great
know.
job. Shout out to Alicia Foreman.
Yeah.
She said, make sure you share all your info. Well, basically, she do your IG out there, but
Sure.
tell everybody how to follow you.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at tk.takira, which is in the comments right now. Thank you, Alicia. I love her. That's the same thing on my TikTok, which I have now. Not going to promise I know how to use it, but I am on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. YouTube is TEKAYXD. But Instagram is probably where you'll find the most up-to-date recent information. So that's where you'll find me at.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And you have a project coming out next year. Any upcoming live performances? Because, folks, listen, man, y'all got to see her perform live. She's a monster on stage.
Yeah, she is. She's really
She's
dope.
a monster on stage.
The energy, the vibes, everything is just
Absolutely.
like so dope, you know?
Thank you. And
Shine,
actually, I have to shout you out because I've actually been talking to the band Mulatto because, whenever you do Poetry Undressed, you have them there. And they always elevate my performances by like 1,000.
Yeah.
So we have been talking a little bit. So I think in upcoming performances, hopefully I'll be able to get that all together so we can perform as a group. So we'll hope for that. I'm not sure when the next live performance will be, but when it comes up, I will post it. And hopefully I'll have the full band with me.
Well, maybe you have to bring you back up here. Yo, we did something with
Well, I'll come up here whenever.
Listen, man, the pandemic shut everything down, shut the festival down last year. So I called a couple. Most people say no.
Backyard.
It was like, what? Have good time, we'll travel. Yo, she's a monster.
Guitar in the back.
She's a monster. I'm listen. You are so dope.
Thank you so much.
I'm honored. So, anything else you want to share before we move on? Talk to me.
Y'all heard Pressure. I promise you, if you go find it on whatever streaming platform you use or you listen to, you are going to love it. So whether it's Spotify, Apple, YouTube Music, any of that stuff, find Pressure by Teekay and stream it 1,000 times. Thank you so much.
Yes, honey.
Don't stream it 1,000, stream it 2,000 times.
3, 4, 5.
Tell your grandma she can listen to it. It's clean.
Tell a friend,
your
tell a
sanctified
friend.
aunt, she can listen to it. It's clean. It's just
I didn't swear in this one, so play it for your kids. Okay.
Yeah, your kids, you can ride the car, play it 20 times over, stream it.
Love it.
With your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, and your
Everybody.
Say that. Play the song. Look it up. TEKAY Pressure. And I'll be so grateful.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's my girl TK. Make sure you
Yes,
follow her
thank
IG,
you, honey.
TikTok, anywhere you can follow her. Follow her. She's the beast, and she's definitely an artist to look out for moving forward.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you
much more.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, guys. Good night.
Good night. Next up, coming to the microphone, AuDIOmaste.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear her new name before.
Talk to me.
Peace, y'all.
You looked at me like,
Hey.
Hey.
Listen, man, we knock the interviews out like one at a time, just pop.
I know, right?
Because then we got some dope conversations before the night's over. So talk to us. What's happening, Audie?
I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. So my artist name is AuDIOmaste.
Right, you heard me switch it all up.
Yo, I told,
he said AuDIOmaste, then he said AuDIOmaste.
I hit it in the text. I said, "Listen, I'm gonna have some problems."
So it's a play. It's a play on Namaste. I'm a yoga instructor, so do a lot of things and ending in Namaste. And it's just Namaste means like bow. I bow to you. I see you. Peace be unto you. Things like that. So I just joined the two. AuDIOmaste.
Got you. Well, all right.
Got it.
Well, Audie, I'm gonna mess it up.
He's still gonna mess it up.
I'm gonna mess
And
it
then
up.
for my Spanish speaking
AuDIOmaste. It'd be nice if she was in the camera.
For my Spanish speaking folks, I'll also add like there's a little double entendre. There's Dio, which means God. it's within the name as well. So yeah.
Word.
But
Okay.
thank you guys for having me here tonight.
Well, we're happy to have you here. So you have a new single out. Talk to us about that.
I do. My new single is called Amour Propre, and it's French for self-love, self-worth, being loved properly. And so that's what I'm talking about in the song. Just about a lot of healing, how to be loved, how to love others. Yeah, that's most of my work topic surrounds.
And we were lucky to kind of get a good listen way back when you first dropped it. I'm happy that it's out, so I don't have to feel guilty when I play it on the radio.
Thank
you.
He wasn't gonna feel guilty.
Okay, I wasn't gonna feel guilty
because he's gonna play it anyway. Exactly. I know this guy.
Everybody
He does it.
Don't know. I'm telling you.
He does
Don't
it.
send me dope music if
what?
you
I
don't want
I'm about to say he gonna tell nobody. He gonna tell the world what you mean.
Absolutely. So
I
let me ask you this:
appreciate you.
when can I hear you perform that live? I love the song. I love everything about it.
Thank you so much. I'm going to be performing in October in Fort Myers.
Oh,
That's
yes.
I'm so excited for it. Yeah, speaking
Look, don't start. Don't stop looking at him. I know he's going to do that.
Speaking
Come
Fort
on,
Myers,
D,
is gonna
you
be
already
amazing.
know what's up.
That's
Stop
all.
playing.
I'm
Stop
saying with
playing.
a smile. It's
You
time to
know
flow
what's
right
up.
up with my
You
brother.
know what's up.
My brother's storyteller. I know.
You see, I'm over here looking at D because I knew he was about to do that. Like,
If I don't do it, you need to
but what's Fort Myers?
Shout out to my girl Mona Jordan Reed. Hey.
What up?
So you're gonna be performing live. Is this your first time performing this song live?
No, this isn't my first time. My first time performing live was over the summer. I did at the Hub. I don't recall what the event was, but it that's when I did it first, like live. And it went really well. This will probably be my third time. I think I also did it at Organic Vibes, paint night, open mic. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to kind of sit on this single a bit because I feel like a lot of people don't even know that I sing.
No. No, they don't.
Yeah.
I had no idea. None. And I've known you how long? Had no idea.
Right.
So pleasantly surprised.
Exactly.
I would say that this year I really became more vocal, more open with myself, with my creativity. I recorded the single maybe last year. Oh my goodness, almost maybe a little more than a year ago. But I noticed that my creativity just started coming out musically. And so it was like, okay, go for it. I already, I paint, draw, and do other creative things. And I write as well. So singing, it was just kind of like, okay, let's go. For those who don't know, I graduated from a performing arts high school in South Hadley, Pioneer Valley Performing Arts. And I did dance there and singing. So yeah, this is kind of just getting back into the groove of the things that I used to do,
That's what's up.
Yes.
Well, welcome back to the things that you used to do. We are so happy
you.
that you came back. I love the creative audio. I'm just like, yeah.
For real.
Thank you.
She's been creative. She's just being creative differently now.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I've never heard her sing, so I'm happy to hear. I've never heard her, so I'm like,
I know, right?
Can Carlos sing too?
Who's Carlos?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so he used to sing until his voice changed, until it started cracking, and he just couldn't.
And then he
couldn't really hold a tune much, or he had to try to figure it out other ways. But by then he got into sports and such. But I have quite a few creative, musically talented individuals in my family, so it's really exciting.
Yes, you do. You're also related to one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Who's that?
Mr. Yates.
Who's that?
Mr. Yates, formerly known as Self.
Yes, right. We call him Mr. Yates now. Yes.
He's grown up now. He's not that teenager I met about 20 years ago.
It's right. You gotta call him Mr. Yates. Yes, that's my cousin. He also does great music.
Yeah.
My cousin Chris, shout out to Chris. He does music and movie production. My cousin JR does music. So yeah, it's quite a bit of us. It's a proud moment.
Yeah.
So now I've been waiting to play this song officially. Introduce.
Hey. I was so
Okay.
happy once I got it onto the platforms. It yeah, really ecstatic.
And I found it on Tidal. I was like,
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate your support, both of you.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing for the creative scene, for the performing arts scene, for like just creatives that are like, okay, I want to perform. I want to put my music out there. How do I go about doing it? Like, both of you provide platforms for artists to be able to do that, and like just safe spaces for people to just feel okay to share their talent. And I think that's phenomenal. So yeah, you guys deserve a hand.
Thank
you.
Certainly.
All goes right back to
Certainly.
you. All right. See, neither one of us could take it. We just be like, thank you. Just keep it. For real.
Introduce the song for us. Didn't her drum roll.
Wait. I got some.
Oh, there it is. Oh, get that drum roll.
Hey.
Oh, it's kind of heavy.
Here we go.
Come on, D. How you gonna take my job?
I love it.
You gonna play it? You just gotta let me just keep.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, on an official note, this is a more proper. Dig it.
That was fun. Oh, this one.
Passive as like both sides, but don't you let that official, yeah. Energy strong, I play along like I'm magic, I'm yeah. Independent, no apologies, manifesting my blessings. Had a good man in my life, damn it was perfect, life lessons worth it. Mistakes and sacrifice, spirits intertwined. Was so divine. So divine. What you wanna say? You can't get back that way. It's in the past. And no looking back, just let it fade. I love you, and that's the truth. Do you love you? Needed to get away. You let us get away. So many years spent together for you not to understand. Don't you understand me? I put you first. At your best you were loved. At your worst you were loved. So how did it go wrong? Mistakes and sacrifice, fears intertwined. Was so divine. So divine. So divine. What you wanna say? Can't get back that way. It's in the past. No looking back, just let it fade. I love you, and that's the truth. Do you? I love you. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you love me like I love you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you love me like I love me? Do you love you like I love you? Hey,
Just sing it, D. Go ahead.
I love it.
It was something different that I didn't hear. We heard that song a lot, but there's something in the middle that was different. that I didn't hear before, but it still sounds really good. I
I
just didn't
love
hear
it.
it.
I love it. I
Oh,
love it.
thank you.
Glad it's official. Congratulations on your very first release.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Wish you many more successes like that. How do you feel? How do you feel, man? It's your first release, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. I feel really happy. I'm super proud of myself for putting my music out.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I can really say. I write and I do my little voice memos whenever I have melodies in my head and such.
Yes.
But it's a whole different thing to be able to put your music out and to share it, and then to see people sharing it, and then to hear people like rocking to it. It's like, yeah.
Yes. Wait till you drive down the street, somebody's blasting in their car, and you have no idea who they are. Then you're gonna be like, yo.
I know. Like, wait, what?
So definitely keep us posted on any future projects. I know you have a couple more pieces, some more music. When you're ready to release it to us, let us get it. I promise you that we'll probably pay it even if you say don't play it.
Yeah, he will.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate you both.
All right. Thank you so much. Pronounce your name one more time.
So my artist name is AuDIOmaste.
AuDIOmaste.
Yes.
And the same spelling you can find on YouTube. You can find on Tidal, on Spotify. You can find my music. And Instagram, it's Audira Johanna. AUDIRA.JOHANNA. I'm on Instagram and Facebook under that name.
Well, we are so happy you are. And we're so happy you're a part of our lives, and we love your music. And we will be talking to you.
Yes, we will.
All right. Much love.
Thank you. Have a beautiful night.
You too.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Let's see. With my man, Mr. Qwes. Let's see if he shows. Oh, there he is. He's backstage. Ladies and gentlemen.
Through. What up?
Man,
he coming through. He about to sing and everything.
Legend. Yo, he in the studio with all the equipment, microphone. He's about to give us a concert. We wasn't expecting
He should have invited us over there.
But we'll definitely take the concert.
No, this is just the cleanest. This is just the cleanest room in my house.
You know I don't believe that, right?
Your creative space has to be like the cleanest space.
He's like, I know they're not going to ask me to go do a concert. Yeah, we will. She
Yeah,
will.
I sure will.
She will.
Sure will.
So talk to, for everybody who don't know, this is my man, Marcus Qwes.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's really cool to be here, and I've been loving what y'all been doing with Mondays, and I'm usually in bed in my PJs, just sneaking in, leaving my little comments. So, but it's nice to see y'all. And Malay, you've been doing some really great things out here, and so congrats to you and everything that you've been doing. Yeah.
Thanks.
So talk to us. What have you been doing?
Right. We talking about you.
We're talking about you. Yeah. Say it again, Malay.
Yes. Well, I've been well, first I've been resting. I've been taking time away, and then over COVID, I got really creative, and I got the creative juices were flowing, and I started writing again for a new project, and I released the first track back in December, and I've just been kind of taking my time writing it and going through it. I definitely have more tracks since December, and just kind of working my way up to an actual release, and then later in October, I actually going to do my first actual curated produced show since COVID, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be very exclusive, and Daryl, I've already sent you the invite to that.
I got it.
And Malay, you're absolutely invited as well.
You saw my face quick, like
I had to turn around.
Listen, you're too big. I didn't know where to send it. I didn't know where to send the invite.
Anywhere, shoot.
So you're absolutely invited. I'll definitely
I dropped a little tear. No.
But I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a live recording, and
right.
it's going to be at the Free Center in Middletown, and so which is an awesome space. It's a community space for people to use it in whatever kind of way. And everything I do, I like to bring some. I'd like to draw community in that. I like using my community spaces and drawing people to those spaces. And so, and I'm donating that video, donating the license to that video to Free Center so they can use it and show people what they can do with the space. So
that's dope.
That's dope.
Look at you.
That's dope.
Always the
philanthropic
person that you are. Yeah, I almost had. I had the filler part.
Yeah, no, you were there.
I was close.
You were definitely there. Yeah.
Let me tell everybody, how long have you been performing? Because you look like you're about 24.
Right.
Still.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I will tell you this: the Grays don't show up that well on the live streams. Like, I've noticed that.
How come mine show up?
Ain't nothing wrong with Grays, guys. So
they don't show up on the live stream that well. So I will say, the virtual platform has been kind to me. Because y'all can't see none of these PJs I got on the bottom. So
yeah.
But the Grays make people flyer, in my opinion. I love the Grays.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah. I've learned. Yeah, so I've been
you got to. It's all about the Grays. About the atmosphere gray.
I've been performing for a long time. I actually should do the math on that to figure out how many years, but definitely over a decade.
I can't remember right now.
Let's say, here you go.
It's been about 15 years. And it's been really dope. And I really enjoyed the time. My first album came out in 2011, 2012, something like that. 2011, 2012. It was called Isms and Ologies. And that was my debut album. And it featured a lot of songs about just about the world and life. And I was just kind of inspired just to talk about different things going on at the time. And then a few years later, I released my second album called Red Light District. And because a lot of the ladies were asking me for a lot more love songs and where are the more of the love songs. So I wanted to dedicate an album to love, lust, and fantasy. And in the way that I would talk about it. And so that's what Red Light District is about. Okay. And then, of course, my latest single is called Never.
Oh, you want to introduce that? I like to play that.
Yes, let's hear it.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely. Never. So Never I started writing songs over COVID, and it's these songs collectively are an ode to my my DMs, my inbox, and different stories. I feel like if you look through your DMs, those different stories that those DMs can tell, and Never is one of those stories. So
yes, let's hear Never.
That being said, let's hear it.
Never. Woo.
Never understand how I could love you. Never could want anything you are. Never could trust you, cause I can trust you. Never could throw anything too far.
This is nice.
Never could hope that we would make it. Taking back my hope to heal the scar. Now I know that hell and purgatory probably be anywhere you are.
Hey, Yelly.
Never understand how I could love you. Never could want anything you are. Never could trust you, cause I can trust you. Never could throw anything too far. Never could hope that we would make it. taking back my hope to heal the scars. Now I know that hell and purgatory probably be anywhere you are, as you were, as you are, as yourself. You were by far, as you wish, as you fell. Sorry to interrupt your image. Cataclysmic make destruction to yourself. Never understand why you would be close to all my dreams and energy. Couldn't have been myself that wouldn't leave. Better him before the better me. Would have sent no broken pieces far. Way too smart to ever get involved. Wouldn't have been myself, I'd rather stop. Never could want anything at all as you, as you are, as yourself.
Sing it, Qwes.
You were by far, as you is, as you fell. Sorry to interrupt your imminent cataclysmic destruction to yourself. Always would've known what you were made of. That ain't much, girl. That ain't nothing, no. Would've put myself at ease to know you're the kind to hit and leave and never, never, never. Never, no, never, no.
Go ahead, Qwes. Woo!
Never.
That's mad work.
Never say never, cause you never can see it. Never would have sold you and told you I love you and mean it. Wouldn't have came back through, would have told you.
I thought it was gonna come back out of nowhere.
For more. I'm like,
that was amazing.
That is so good.
That was amazing, especially the end of break. Never.
You know what?
I love it.
I have a new favorite Qwes song. My old one, Muscle Memory.
Oh.
I love that song.
This right here, yo, this is next level, bro.
Your voice is.
I taught him how to sing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I can't say a word. I'm just waving my head.
I tip my hat to you.
I was just waving my head.
So
Okay.
Are you gonna perform this one live at the upcoming event?
I am, and you know, we always like to do. Me and the band always like to do interesting arrangements, so that'll definitely come. And so we're excited to review, you know, to showcase that for everybody.
Okay.
What band do you play with?
It's just my band. I'm just Mr. Qwes, and I got a band.
That's so awesome. Well, I'm definitely coming to that show. What day is it exactly?
It's gonna be October 13th, so it's on a Wednesday.
Man,
And
I can't go.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna be in Florida.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's right. You will be.
I'm be coming back that day at midnight.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be
Make
wrapped
sure
up.
you record it because I want to see still. And I know there will be plenty more shows, and I'm not gonna miss those ones. But
Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting this one. I'm gonna be with Mulatto on Sorry, Mulatto. I'm gonna be with Mulatto October 9th.
Oh wow, where you gonna be?
At Dewey's. Dewey's Jazz Lounge. Yeah.
Yes, I will see you there for sure.
Yeah, it's a cool show. Something about Brian Michael Cox. I don't know all the whole thing, but it sounds like it's gonna be a really cool time. So
Mr. Qwes and Mulatto gonna be rocking. I don't care who else gonna be in the house. I'm coming to hear that.
That's what's up.
Get me a good meal, a nice little, light drink, and enjoy myself. Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did Dewey's for the first time a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I love that establishment. It's really dope.
Springfield, you need to shout at it, brother.
Yeah, I went to Dewey's a couple weeks ago too, but I went to see Jerome and Trevor and Alton play.
Those are my boys
goodness,
too.
I love them. They're amazing. It's not my fault you missed it. Don't look at me like that. Like, you was looking like, why you didn't tell me? Because you know how you be. Like, but they're there every Sunday. Saxo Sunday. Shout out to Jerome, Trevor, and Alton because you guys are amazing. You know. Sorry I missed it this Sunday, but I came to it this Sunday.
Shout out to all those Springfield cats.
To Springfield cats.
Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut, so I'm just down the street.
Hartford?
I'm in Windsor.
Hartford.
Mm-hmm.
I just always say Hartford.
Okay.
I feel like
but yeah, I'm always in Hartford.
So. Well, he's right there. Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Hartford. I've always been saying Hartford.
That's all right. You're dope. Okay.
Yeah, that's Qwes. It don't matter. Just say Connecticut. He's dope.
We fam.
Yo, Qwes, we love you. We appreciate you. Your music is the bomb.
Wait, no. He has to do something live for us real quick.
Oh.
He has to. It's only right, D. He got a piano. He got a guitar. What else? He got a whole mic back there. Please.
You can't tell her no.
All right, so all of that is not hooked up, but
that guitar
I can do something. Oh, I don't play this. This is for other people to come in because other people come in and play this.
Okay.
But I know
I want to duet. I want to duet. I want a Key Sweat what's her name type of duet, like you know.
Okay,
what's
we
the
should
girl's
make it
name?
happen.
The one that sang. That one with her.
D, is there any of my songs you want to hear that I should do?
I just want you to sing something.
Red Light District.
Red Light District. God, that's a lot. Right.
Sing something with range so we can hear you go off like you just didn't.
Your project, you get a full band to do. Just
no.
You know, I'll do. Can't Wait.
No.
Or something.
No.
Before you became famous.
Or the first one that you think of.
Yeah, I'll do this one. It's called Can't Wait. It is on the Red Light District project. And by the way, all my music is on all streaming platforms. So check it out. If you just look up Mr. Qwes, you can find it. And this is Can't Wait. Boss got me working late tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dreaming about you all day. How it's gonna feel when my lips just don't know what to do, 'cause they can't wait to get all over you. We have nothing left but time. So my mission, baby, it's to make you feel it and to show how much I miss this. I remember well just how your body felt, so deep I couldn't tell. When my mind had gone, I get you alone. Let's make it light and strong, going on and on. Oh, can't wait to get home. And can't wait to be alone.
Go ahead.
Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to be alone with you. That's what I got.
Yeah, so we definitely gotta do a Key Sweat song. Okay, I'm with it. That was amazing. Great voice.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
How you gonna compete him with his own voice?
This is the dopest album, man.
No.
Red Light District.
Boss got me working late tonight, but I've been thinking about you all day. How it's gonna feel when my hand just don't know what to do, 'cause they can't wait.
Background sounds of Mr. Qwes Show. 90.7 WTCC FM. Under that line. D.Moss.
My mission, baby, is to make you feel it, to show how much
I just downloaded it.
Just how your body feels. So come back and my mind and going. When I get you alone, it's making light and strong. Going on and on. Like a marathon. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to be alone. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to be alone with you. Working that overtime. You know we gotta get every time. Yeah, stop thinking about the way it's gonna feel when I make my home between your thighs. And my lips just don't know what to do. They can't wait to be all over you. Woo! Soon as we have nothing left but time. So my mission, baby, is to make you feel it. And to show just how much I miss this. I remember round, just how your body felt. Something I couldn't tell. In my mind, when I get you alone, it's making out and strong. Going on and on, like I said, like. Just how your body felt. Something I couldn't tell. In my mind, it's making out and strong. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to be alone. Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to be alone with you.
Qwes, can I remix that?
You want to remix it? Oh, I would love that.
Send it to me. I want to remix it.
Absolutely.
I would love to. I love that song. Go, you hear D? Listen, D wants to remix it too, clearly.
Listen, D be singing on the low.
Yeah, wait. Wow. Wow.
Yo, bro, you straight give me like a Bobby Womack, Sam Cooke, Al Green type of vibe when you be singing that song. Yo, that song is like 1970s. Yo, how did I sleep
I love
on
that song. I love that song. That's a beautiful song.
And that's on the Red Light District joint. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it is.
It's on Red Light District.
I just downloaded it.
Thank
I downloaded
you.
it, yes, because I'm gonna
Definitely let me know. Definitely let me know what you think of it.
You
Malay.
got the type of voice that I could just play and cry while I drive.
Can I make a suggestion
Oh,
before
shit, I saw that.
before he leaves us?
Yeah, of course.
Is there any way at some point I can get a duet between my favorite singers, Mr. Qwes and Malay Speaks?
Stop calling me Malay Speaks. That's not my name.
Well, that's what you call yourself.
Nuh-uh, because remember I told you that somebody reported me on Facebook for my album cover,
all right,
and they made me change my name.
Now, can we get
you see how he treats me?
Can we get a duet with Mr. Qwes and Malay at some point?
Yes.
I don't care whose album it's on. Can we get a duet?
I would be honored.
I'd be honored. Are you kidding me? Well. Never. No, let me stop.
Yeah, you remember the 5 Heartbeats? You remember the 5 Heartbeats?
Here you go.
Yeah.
With a little sister singing in the room with Robert Townsend.
Oh yeah, her.
And she just takes over the whole
And she's
song.
picking up all the. That was my favorite. Honestly, that's my favorite scene in that movie when she's picking up all the words and giving him inspiration back to the song. That would have been me. Like, yeah, here you go. This is it. Okay.
Yeah, I can imagine. Never mind the duet. You're gonna be sitting there with the microphone like this. But that would be
Come
dope.
on, you know I would work.
I told
It
you
would
I
be
only
great.
had you on for about 15 minutes. I done had you on longer than expected, bro. I appreciate you, love you. Yo, I don't know which one I like better, Never or Can't Wait.
I
gotta go back to the old stuff. Yo, man, this is
That's a good problem.
You gonna have to re-release everything, man, because this song I slept on it, and I love the Red Light District.
Dude, look where the camera's facing.
Where?
Come back. Come back.
You did that.
I did not.
Yo, I'm blaming Qwes. Qwes did that.
Touch it.
Yo, this is 90.7 WTCC FM, broadcasting via remote on the campus of Springfield Technical Community College. We are on with my man, Mr. Qwes, one of the most phenomenal singers you'll ever meet or listen to in this lifetime.
This is real.
At some point, I would love to get a drop. Well, we would love to get a drop for Monday Night Live.
Monday Night Live.
That's what I said, right? Monday Night Live.
Monday Night Live.
What do y'all drops sound like? Is it like Monday Night Live? Or, I don't know. I don't know the drops.
Yo, this is Mr. Qwes. And when I'm in Springfield, I hang out with D.Moss and D.Moss Malay on Monday Night Live.
90.7
like
FM.
90.7 WTCC FM. Something like that.
Oh, y'all want that right now?
Yeah, you can do it right now.
All right, sorry, hold on. Let me get that. Say it one more time.
This is Mr. Qwes. When I'm in Springfield, I hang out with D.Moss and D.Moss Malay on Monday Night Live on 90.7 WTCC FM.
That's
What up? What up, y'all? This is Mr. Qwes. And when I'm in Springfield, I'm listening to D.Moss and Malay on Monday Night Live, Springfield Technical College, 90.7.
We'll take that. Woo. Next time you got to sing it, though.
Right, you're gonna have to sing it next time, Qwes, because we need someone that never.
Yo, Qwes, I know you.
Monday Night Live.
Oh, say no more.
Malay. I don't know.
You know I'm gonna cut that, right?
I thought he was. Wait, do it again because I think I was talking.
I'm about
One
to
more time.
download the audio. Go ahead, do it again.
Monday Night Live with D.Moss and Malay. That wasn't as clean. Right?
I like it. It was clean.
I caught the first one.
Because it was clean. It was clean.
You're gonna be listening to us on a Monday night. You're gonna hear your songs on Monday Night Live. Yep, just like that.
He be acting like he can't sing, but you hear how he just dropped that freaking room.
No, don't even.
Go ahead, drop that rip.
Go behind him.
Nah, I know.
That's
I can't
like
go
getting in
behind
a boxing match right behind Mike Tyson. No.
Right.
I got mad respect for these chops. But bro, thank you so much. We appreciate you hanging out with us.
Thank you guys.
You did not.
So kind. Appreciate it.
Much love to you. Thank you, bro.
Bye, Qwes. Don't forget about a duet.
I will see you on
Absolutely. Hit me up.
Yes.
All right.
I will. Stop playing with me.
This is Monday Night Live, D.Moss and N.B.S. Malay. We are in the house. We're with you till midnight. Yo, let's see. Feel kind of awkward. I should go back there with you for this part here. You ready to get busy? We got some conversations to do.
We do have some conversations that we could get through.
All right. Let me play a quick song.
Play quick songs.
As we get them all in
my heads.
Let's get it right.
Oh, shoot. This is my song.
No, this is my song.
Here's a poem for all the hopeless romantics who continue to stick around regardless of the constant antics. There's love in every move we make. Our realness overpowers us mostly fake. We can always reach out for help, but we can only save ourselves, right?
I gave you my mind, I gave you my time, and I never had no questions. Was here for the ride, even if I had to hide. Never found and learned my lesson.
Oh, see, we gotta post so we can
what you gave,
screenshot the picture for
what you
later.
said you hate, and I ain't have to hit no big gun. You didn't need no one, you had me for yourself. Work it out with me, babe, why you needing someone else?
I got what you want, but still it's me that you deny. Every time I give you all of me, I gotta say goodbye.
Oh, why I gotta say goodbye? I give you all my love so much it forces me to cry, and I'm like, why? Oh, why I gotta say goodbye?
Go ahead and sing it.
Goodbye. Why I gotta say goodbye, and I'm like, why? Oh, why I gotta say goodbye? Never said you asked, but you still received. Never heard thee complaining. Yeah. What's your request? Bet you that I didn't. Didn't notice my love ringing. I gave you my love, it wasn't enough. What else is left to be saying? You didn't need no one, you had me for yourself. Work it out with me, babe, why you needing someone else?
I got what you want, but still it's me that you deny. Every time I give you all of me, I gotta say goodbye. And I'm like,
why? Oh, why I gotta say goodbye? I give you all my love so much it forces me to cry. And I'm like, why? Oh, why I gotta say goodbye? Goodbye, goodbye, why I gotta say goodbye? And I'm like, why? Oh, why I gotta say goodbye? Is your lies making me goodbye, babe?
you didn't need no one, you had me for yourself.
Oh, babe, work it out with me. I promise you don't need nobody but me. Oh,
Yo, this is 90.7 WTCC FM, broadcasting live via remote from the campus of Springfield Technical Community College. My name is D.Moss.
D.Moss Malay. Yeah.
And we up in here regardless of who's watching or listening. Yo, we here regardless.
Hi.
So you got some things you want to talk about tonight, but first let's do this.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff and management of WTCC Radio or Springfield Technical Community College.
Boom. Some things, you got some stuff you want to get off your chest.
Well, I have a few topics we can talk about that I've been discussing with some of my friends, and I felt like, hey, me and Dee would like to talk about this too, because, you know, it's some interesting stuff. So
Let's
yeah.
go with it. Let's see what we're talking about.
All right. Well, the first thing that I really wanted to talk about was, all right. This is just something that I'm seeing a lot of today. All right. I don't mind, right? I'm not even trying to sound like cocky or anything, but I really don't mind like being an inspiration or like motivating somebody else or like, you know, giving somebody else like ideas for something, like, you know, but I'm not gonna lie, like it does kind of bother me when you see somebody doing not exactly everything you're doing, but like, yeah, like when it's a back-to-back thing, like you see that I'm doing this, so then you do the same thing, then you see that I'm doing this, and you're doing the same thing, and it's just like, I don't know. So I'm just trying to like, I guess I'm just trying to grasp the whole thing and trying to figure out why people do those type of things instead of like coming up with their own ideas.
Oh man, we've been saying that for a long time. I know Cat too.
I feel like we didn't talk about it yet, so let's talk about
we
this.
did. I mean, I can't call it. It's sometimes it's like, you know, what's it? Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Mm-hmm.
When someone tries to do what you've done. I remember way back when nobody was really rocking, merging spoken word with live bands and music. We were doing that damn near 15, 20 years ago when everybody else was slamming. We were down in that whole R&B vibe, coming out with band Jerome Pets. We had what's his brother? Oh my God,
Trevor.
What's wrong with me, man? Anyways, Trevor. Kyle, we'd had them dudes. We've been rocking with them cats for almost 20 years, man, since they were like teenagers.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing that. I remember going to do features, man, and walking in there with a band. And then, 2-3 months later, I'm walking to another spot. I see other people doing the same thing. It's cool. It's a dope vibe. I get it. But the thing is, if you're going to rock somebody's style, at least give them some credit for it. That's all I'm saying. It's like if I walk into Speak You Need and I see it's dope, and then I go and start my own venue, and I try and use your formula, at least say, listen, man, I shout out my girl Malay. Yo, listen, because of you, I do that.
Right. Or like say something like, and it's not even necessary that I'm looking for full credit or whatever, but like one thing that I really can't stand is when somebody like, takes that idea, like, it kind of actually goes into the whole thing and makes it their own. Like it's not makes it their own, but like they take the exact same thing and try to make it seem like they was the first one to come up with it. Yep. Or like, it's just like, man, listen, it's shady. And it's just like people see right through you. So I really don't understand why people decide to do stuff like that.
The bottom line is people can take your idea, they can take your concept, but because they didn't birth that concept, they can never do it the way you did.
Sure can.
So that's how I look at it. Because I mean, way back when me, James Lewis, and Andrew Keaton used to do Organic Soul, before Organic Soul, we did Gumbo. Listen, man, some of the stuff we were doing in terms of merging genres during a venue, absolutely nobody was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we start traveling, man. We go to places, we see cats who used to stand in the back of the room watching everything we did, and they're doing the exact same thing, taking credit for it.
I don't get it.
It's just like, but the thing is, it was never the same. You can try and do poetry and dress if you want to. You'll never get the formula.
You won't. Because you're not going to come up with the same vibes. You're not going to get the same energy. It's on mute.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what's
We're
that?
not on mute.
Oh, my bad. I just thought that because the mic was slashed like that meant that it was on mute. Oh, well, it's just kind of annoying. And so since the last speaking, I've been seeing like over time, I always see people post videos of being at Speaking or any events that, we're throwing and stuff, and they don't tag the event. And I never said anything, but recently I started saying, hey, if you're here, hashtag Speaking tag Speaking so more people can come to this show, or like they know where you're at. Because if you're not doing that, we're not going to be able to grow, and we're not going to be able to be bigger, because everybody always trying to make it seem like they're somewhere else. Or like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Anytime I post a video of being somewhere else, like Poetry Undressed, I'm thanking the host that threw the event. Like anytime when you threw Poetry Undressed, thank you, D.Moss, for giving me the opportunity, because no matter what, it is always an opportunity. You're seeing somebody new that you never, like, even if it's events that people are getting paid for or whatever, like you're still meeting new people. Is still an opportunity. Like it's not just a job. And I look at that as a big thing to me. And I want more people to come next time. Like, and Poetry Undressed is packed. Freaking packed. But I want different people to come next time so they can see it, experience it too. Right. So,
I mean, I don't know. Me personally, it's like all the years I've been doing this, I don't even sweat it.
Yeah.
Because haters are gonna hate. Imitators are gonna imitate. And there's nothing really that you can do about it. And then if you complain about it, it looks like you hating on them. It's just like, you know what? I do my thing. If you dig what I'm doing, continue to dig it.
Oh my God.
And just try and see what I'm doing, see who I'm bringing up. I know cats who, couldn't stand me, but will come to the spot just so they can connect with the talent that we're bringing in, because nobody else brings that type of talent in. And it's like, okay, if that's how you got to recruit, then that's cool. Do you? I'm still going home at the end of that with a smile.
On that note, mm-hmm. I was actually doing somebody's hair the other day, and they was basically expressing kind of the same things that I'm saying right now, but they was doing it in a different type of way. The way this person was, like, they came up with like the exact name of the person, the individual that was mocking them, and then and then I knew both individuals, like, and I love both of them, and like it's like such a it's so weird when you're cool with two people that are not cool with each other, because it's like you don't know how to act around either one of them, because they both got so much stuff to say about one person, right? But I feel like it's a difference between feeling like somebody's not being genuine about something and hating, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like it was like this person was constantly saying this person's name. Like, this person does this and he does that and blah, blah. And I was like, all right, well, I really don't agree with what you're saying about this person. So just stop talking about the situation altogether.
Right.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that one topic could just like go in so many different directions. But like,
it's not a situation like that. I'm like, okay, enough of that conversation.
Yeah.
Done? Cause I'm not gonna sit here and talk about anybody. Yeah, why don't you just let that in? And I've said that to people like, yeah, we're gonna dead this conversation because I'm not going there with you. And sometimes I swear it's like when you with somebody and they sitting there dogging somebody else, I think the responsibility to sit there and listen to it is almost like co-signing. Sometimes you just got to shut people down and be like,
you have to.
I'm not digging this conversation.
Because they sit there and they think that you're agreeing with them just because you're not saying anything bad. I know I'm not saying nothing bad because I don't want to be involved in the convo at all.
But you're going to be involved because by the time we're get back around to the other person, Malay and dot.
And we'll sit here listening to you, blah, blah, blah.
Because my thing is, if you got something to say about me, if you're with someone who's dogging me, don't come back and tell me if you didn't stop the mid-sentence.
This is what I was saying the other day, too. I'm like, I shoot the messenger. Because if the messenger is coming to me saying anything, that means that you didn't say nothing to the person that was originally saying something about the situation. Like, if you really mess with me and you call yourself my friend, make sure you're standing up for me and you're sticking up for me in that moment, like what me and D are saying. Like, we shut the conversation down at once. All right, I can't take this no more. I don't agree with that situation. I don't feel like this person is like that, so let's move on.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be there to defend yourself. If your family's there, they should have you. No one should feel comfortable talking in front of somebody they know you're cool with.
But that's the thing.
And I get it. You don't want to inherit nobody else's enemies. But if I'm neutral, if you and person A don't get along, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not inheriting your enemies.
Right.
So the key is to really shut people down before they start getting too deep. Like when look, because I don't deal with Malay because Malay stop. That's my little sis.
Right.
Let it go. It's like let it go. If they keep going, look, bro, we're not gonna have this. Oh, sis, we ain't gonna have this conversation. So it's kind of like people got to learn to, step up and be bold and tell people we're not gonna have this conversation today. It's not going down like that. Just stop.
Exactly. That's the thing. Even if a person doesn't mess with that individual, like even if y'all both don't mess with the individual, we are adults. Right? We shouldn't be like resorting back to high school stuff. Like when people are talking junk, right, about other people. Let them know what it is. Like, stop. Like, we're not children anymore. Go bring that drama and that gossip to somebody else. We got way more things to be worried about. Like, we're not going to be successful sitting here talking about each other. It's stupid. To me.
It's like sometimes it's like you don't want to leave the house. Because it's like, I don't want to deal with the drama.
Nobody does.
People are hating. It's like, I run my venue by my, if you want to come in. You don't. It's cool
stay
too.
away. And if you're gonna bring drama here, you stay out. Like, it's just I can't. So that was definitely one topic that was sitting heavy. Like, what else do you have?
I don't know. On that same topic, all I can say is the onus is on the person who's sitting there listening to all the drama and not stopping the person. You can do it respectfully. If that's your people's, that's your people. But so you do it respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit there and listen, it's like to quietly co-sign.
It's a problem.
It doesn't make you any better than the person that's talking. I'm not trying to hear all that drama if I'm not in the mood for it. And you're talking about one of my people. It just won't work.
It's really pointless.
So what's next on your list?
Next on my list.
We know you always got something to talk about.
I
got this wine glass.
I need more already.
Juice, I swear to God, I feel like Kevin Samuels. Like,
oh my God! Don't start with this guy because we gotta go back to him eventually.
I digs Kevin Samuels. I've been watching some of his videos, and I'm like a lot of that ish. I'm just like, he's spot on.
I'm with a lot of stuff that he says, but other things that he says, I'm like, gotta think about it for a little bit, and then I don't know, but
I rocks with him.
Oh,
I rocks with him.
There's a couple of things that we did talk about. I'll bring that up later.
Go for it.
But there is something that I feel like a lot of people do not talk about that I feel like people should talk about. Your friends and any type of situation. I don't want this to come out the wrong way.
Just say it.
All right. Well, when you're going through certain situations, I just feel like you should have consideration for the people that you're releasing all of this stuff on. Like, I feel like you can need people. Is a difference between being there for somebody or like wanting or needing somebody and draining somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people don't even think about like a lot of stuff that they're releasing on their friends and people that they feel like care about them and love them. Like, because you're not even taking advice that you would give to somebody else. You're not taking advice that people are giving to you. And it's just like you just want somebody to sit there and complain to you all day. I mean, and listen to you complain all day. And it's like, I don't want to sit here and listen to you complain all day. I want to sit here and help you resolve that issue. But then it's like, you're not trying to find a way out of this situation. So why are you coming to me with it? So I can be like, bothered with the situation or whatever. Like, now I'm over here worried and I'm concerned about you just for you to run back to the same situation. I don't know. I feel like we don't talk about it enough.
What would you talk about? If you had to talk about with someone, how would you talk about it?
I wrote a poem about it.
Go ahead, spit it.
You want me to spit it?
Go ahead, spit it.
It's kind of long, D.
I looked at my watch. I got time today.
Oh my! I just looked at my wrist. I got tired today. You heard him? Y'all heard him? He brought it back. He brought it back. You know what song that is, right? Because you just brought the song back. Okay, I'm gonna release it. I haven't spit this out loud yet, so however it comes out, just comes out. All right. It's crazy, dude. I'm so sad. Okay.
Spit that is.
I'm tired. I love you, but I'm so freaking tired of giving you advice on how to address his abuses. And you're draining me with rebuttals, just creating excuses not to leave. Why not leave? He doesn't love you. It's hard to give you tough love, but I'm just trying to say what's true. And what's true is, sis, you gotta love yourself. You so focused on a dude that treats you like you are to help. I mean, I'm tired. I love you, but I'm so freaking tired of lifting you up so he can sit you on a shelf so he can gather someone else. Then when he's ready for you, you're already in his realm, telling me how you feel compelled to meet his butt at a hotel. Then when he ignores you the next day, you're concerned about your health. I mean, I'm tired. I love you, but I'm so freaking tired of coming out good energy to be Dr. Phelps. I'm not a therapist. I am your friend. I want you to vent to me. Yes, of course, if you insist. But if you're stagnant and not looking for change, then pardon me for the tough love. It may seem a little strange to tell you that you're beautiful just so you don't see with your eyes. Because if he doesn't tell you, you're stuck in the COVID disguise. Mask on, mask off. Just keep your feelings 6 feet if you're not looking for resolution because you're so focused on defeat. I love you, but I'm tired. I'm just so freaking tired. I miss being your friend. Why did you have to retire to drama, to hatred, to constant rewire, to be a person that someone else would require you to stop all your dreams and stomp you to doubt? We've come to a point where it's time for me to shout that I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm just so freaking tired. And I give you honesty because, sis, I ain't no liar. I have friends that lean on me in their time of need. I have friends that it takes long to grow flowers out heartbreak seeds. I have friends that listen and try to get out their gloom. I have friends that have been boxed in and broke out caved in rooms. But you, sis, you've got to understand. You got to look in the mirror and know that you don't need a man. And you might be mad at me, but I just had to let you know that I'm here for you when you're ready to grow. Because I'm tired, my friend. I'm just so freaking tired. I love you, but I can't put out any of your fires. That's up. That's all I got.
You sound like you're tired.
Yeah.
You're a little frustrated with that person.
I was a little frustrated at the time, but
Right,
like
they'll say they don't need a man, they just need a different man.
yeah. Yeah, but all right.
Or woman.
Yeah, all right. See, all right. I
He's a
feel
different person.
let's talk about that, right? Because I feel like a person really needs to sit with themselves for some time before they even move on to another situation. Like if you're sitting here telling me, oh, he doesn't tell me that I'm beautiful, he doesn't tell me this, he doesn't. Why do you need him to tell you that?
Because they're not telling you the whole story.
What do you mean?
In other words, if they're still with the person, that means the person's doing something right. A lot of people tend to get with their friends and they'll bag on somebody and they'll bring up all the bad stuff. But there's never any balance.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we take these people at their word, never knowing the other side of the story. There's always two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like she'll say, yeah, he never tells me I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
but never stopped to say all the times where he would just stop. She was like, "What are you looking at?" "I'm just looking at you. I just can't take my eyes off you." Just little things. Things they'll go out of their way to make sure that she eats, make sure she got decent gear to wear, make sure her car is running, make sure her car is clean. Little things.
Yeah.
So when people, I don't know why she's still with him, because he does a lot of stuff correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't tell that when they get with all their girls,
especially when they're upset.
Yeah, when they're upset, they tell all the dirty stuff, which may be 10% of the relationship, but they won't talk about the other 90%.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. If somebody's laying hands on somebody, then that's a little different.
Yeah.
But if it's just, when people start feeling like they're neglected, sometimes, man, they're actually, reflecting their own behavior.
Yeah.
Does she stop and tell him how attractive he still is? Does she stop and make sure that he feels like he's attended to? Touch is critical. You can't walk around, I don't know, I'm not having sex. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I don't hug. I don't do this anymore. But when you first met the person,
that's
hugs,
what you was doing.
kisses,
and now it's different.
Now it's different.
And now you're mad because they're not acting the same, but you're not acting the same either.
Right. And so that's why sometimes when people are telling me their relationship drama, I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear that. It's like, well, tell me the other side. If I wouldn't talk to your girl, if I wouldn't talk to your dude and ask them the questions, what would they say? I get the other side of the story. So sometimes we take people at their word, knowing that people lie and people embellish.
Right.
So when you say, well, why, I don't know why she's still with dude. Well, because he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't happen to be happy with him right now. And it's easier to smash a dude than talk about somebody than to pass him. Yeah, he pisses me off, but I love him. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So people go on Facebook, oh, men are dogs. I can't stand black men. And it's just like, well, damn.
Right.
I don't even know you, and you're making me feel like I did something wrong.
I do honestly agree that, like in situations like that, especially if a woman is saying something like, oh, he doesn't tell me that I'm beautiful. He doesn't tell me this about myself, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just feel like when somebody is constantly saying stuff like that, I just feel like they're not telling themselves enough. Like, yeah, it's good to hear it. Like, right. I feel like it's good to have a person that can add on to you. Like, it's good to have a significant other, yes. But I just feel like you shouldn't feel like they're obligated to tell you that you're beautiful or to tell you anything that you could sit here and tell yourself.
You have to feel beautiful.
Thank you.
You have to tell
that's my point.
You have to find different things, find different ways to make you to build your own self-esteem.
Right.
I can tell you you're beautiful 1,000 times.
Thank you.
If you don't feel beautiful, you're not going to believe me anyways.
Exactly.
So some people are constantly looking for reasons to stay down. And you know what? Everybody don't have the energy for that. Sometimes it's better to stay single because I don't want to deal with your energy.
That's the point for my whole poem. Exactly right there. It's just like some people are stagnant. They want to stay in the situation or the feelings that they're in. They don't want to move on from the emotions.
Some people are like that succubus that Muhammad Ali used to talk about. All they want to do is suck people's energy.
And they get off on it.
And when they're down, I just say misery loves company. And that issue is real. So it's kind of like, I don't know. When I hear people talking about relationships, I hear brothers, yes, well, I can't deal with black women. No, brother, you can't deal with black women because it has nothing, whether it's even if you're with a white woman, you're still going to do it wrong.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. She can be Latino. You're still going to do it wrong because it's a you thing and people don't want to deal with that stuff.
People don't want to sit here and take responsibility for their actions so they can move on from the situation.
They project their attitudes, their own low self-confidence, low self-esteem onto other people.
Yeah, and try to blame them for it.
So that's why sometimes
because they don't know what to do with their own energy.
Get in the middle of their family drama, their relationship
drama. It's a bye for me. Yeah. It's not even that I don't have the patience for it. It's just like I don't have the energy for it. It's like we are too far in a lot right now to be sitting here going back and forth about the same things that we should like have common sense to. To me, I feel like it's common sense. Well, but a lot of people don't have
common sense. Ain't common to everybody.
Oh, right.
It just seriously isn't common to everybody.
It don't make sense. It don't make any sense to me.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, go get yourself a therapist. You need to talk.
I'm not your therapist. Go get a therapist. I'm not your therapist. Like,
yeah. So what else you got in your list?
I wanted to bring up the conversation that we had last chat where I was like, my host this and my host that. I had a conversation with somebody and I wanted to fix something that I was saying. I don't have hoes, okay? They're not called hoes. I guess this person told me to call them potential lovelies or something. Like, they're not hoes because we ain't got that far yet. So I can't call them hoes yet. So, but they're hoes for somebody else. That's all that matters.
What is a hoe?
We talked about this before, D.
Tell me again. I just think that's
in my opinion.
I think that's the dumbest word ever.
It really is. But like today, we turned it into a whole nother meaning. It's not even the meaning that it's supposed to be.
I just reframed it.
Today, it's just like just somebody that just be doing stuff, whatever. I don't know. All right. So I feel like the initial meaning for a hoe is just like a person that just goes around. It really was made for girls. A girl that just goes, a promiscuous girl. That's really what a hoe was.
So it's the equivalent of a dog.
Pretty much, yeah. Astacia, what's up, girl? Yes, we need you up in here. We need to talk. So, they're not my hoes. I wanted to clarify this. And I wanted to clarify something about the dry humping too, because ever since we talked about that, there's a couple people that was chatting with us inside the box that's hitting my inbox telling me that I'm dry humpable. And I am not dry humpable. I don't want to be dry humped. It was just a conversation that we was talking about, right, dude? I said that, yeah. Right, because I feel like dry humping. All right, dry humping is a form of foreplay.
Painful foreplay. Go ahead.
I'm not saying it's my thing, but I'm just saying sometimes it only gets. I feel like a person turns me off quick. Like I just feel like you just did the dumbest thing. It's just like only gonna.
Hold on. Turns you off by dry humping, but you said that's
not by dry humping. I'm saying we could be dry humping, and they'll probably say something I don't like or do something I don't like, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this right now. So like, we gotta reconvene another day. She said, "What happened? I don't know where we just came from. This we're just bringing up conversations. I was clarifying something from last week. I'm bringing up conversations because D's saying that he don't know what to say. So like,
I know what to say.
Talk. Then you bring up a conversation because I'm about to just be talking about some crap.
Nothing wrong with what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to say I'm not looking for people to dry hump. I just was talking about that last week.
Dry humping, but she's not on the market for dry humping.
Thank you.
So that's DMs is what she's trying to say.
Okay, that sounds better, D. I like that.
Open invitation for anyone who wants to engage in the act of dry.
I like that. That makes perfect sense. I like that. Yeah, high five. That's what I'm talking about. You see, who your team? All right, so you got the next combo because I got too much. I got more stuff playing with me, D.
Man, keep it rolling.
All right. Another.
I'm gonna talk that
stuff that you find out about people that you end up. All right, people that you used to deal with, and then you end up finding stuff about them later from other people. Like, have you experienced that? And talk about it. Like, I don't know.
Say it one more time.
All right. Say you dated a girl, and then later you ended up finding out mad stuff about her from other people.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Okay, so talk about that. Like, do you believe it? What do you do about it? Do you still continue to talk to this person as a friend, or like what? Like, what do people do in this situation?
I think people make decisions. They make bad decisions sometimes. So things come out about them, after the fact, and it's like, well, nothing I can do about it now. So she's somebody else's problem. So I mean, I don't burn bridges. I'm still cool with most of the folks I've dealt with in the past. And you hear a lot of things. It's like, well, damn. Yeah, but D, this was happening when you was talking to her. Yeah, but you wouldn't tell me then, so why are you telling me now?
Why are you telling me now?
So,
right.
All that, for me, all that information is void. If I hear something about an ex, something that was going down while she was with me, I'm not going to call her up 3 years later and be like, yo,
right.
You was, nah, it's okay. It's a done deal.
Say you still with her, though.
Huh?
Say you're still with her, though, and you're finding out.
About her past?
Yeah.
Something that happened before me?
Something that happened during you.
During me? Oh, that's a little different.
All right, so talk about that.
if I'm dealing with somebody and I find out that, she's been dealing, I've been in those relationships. Anybody who said they've never been in that situation is absolutely lying.
Right.
But anyways, been in those types of relationships, and it's just like, well, damn. So you confront the person. So I'm hearing that, you doing A, B, and C.
Yeah.
No. First thing people do is lie.
It's lie. You wait, say that again. First thing people do is what?
First thing they do is lie.
Like, why?
You don't have to lie. It's just,
Why?
my thing is simple. If I don't have a ring on my finger, then you technically, and I've been like this since I was about 19. Technically, you owe me absolutely nothing. You don't even owe me loyalty. If we having sex, we having sex. If we hanging out, we dating, and we ain't married, then it's really a free for all. You don't owe me your commitment.
Free for all.
Commitment. The thing is, I said if I get married, and I say until death do us part, then it's a little different. You owe me absolutely nothing if we're dating. It's just a respect thing. If it's an open relationship, then you tell me it's an open relationship.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. That means, listen, man, growing up, I say the only thing better than an old pair of boobs is a new pair of boobs. So if it's an open relationship, then I'm going to bounce and do my own thing.
Thank you.
Responsibly or irresponsibly. It doesn't matter. It's just is what it is if I'm going to keep it 100. So no, if I hear something about somebody I'm dealing with and I hear that they're out there doing their thing while I'm going to work, coming home, thinking I'm doing the right thing, and it's really hard for brothers because we're always trying to prove that we're not that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute you find out that, all those deposits you've been depositing have been going elsewhere, when I'm talking about emotional deposits, your time, your energy, your resources, only to find out that she's been, kind of
dogging
tapping
you
into the account and sharing your ish with somebody else. It's kind of like, well, all right, I have a decision to make. I can stay and continue to deal with this.
Or you can leave.
Or I can leave. Again, if this is going to be an open relationship, then listen, man, randoms aren't a big deal. Anybody can find a random on a good day.
This is the absolute truth.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like nothing is the end of the world.
I just I just don't feel like a person should be making it. I feel like people should always be honest. Always 100%, no matter how much the truth hurts a person. Because I just feel like it hurts more when you're hearing something from somebody else of what somebody is doing to you behind your back. Or like when you could have been honest from the beginning and we could have went our separate ways, or I could have had a choice in the situation to not deal with it at all or something like, but you can't have me out here looking like, what? I look stupid. I look stupid as heck if you're out here doing this with all of these people.
And when people say that, I'm embarrassed because you make me look stupid. You don't look stupid. You look like, you're doing the right thing. And this person is out here,
right, dogging you.
Not dogging you, living their worst life, making the worst decisions.
Yeah. But it's just the only reason why it make you look stupid is because this person makes it seem like to everybody that they're faithful to you and like they're committed to you. And then
but let me ask you,
you're the only one that don't know.
Do you really look stupid? Or do you look like, you're too busy living your adult life
that you don't even notice it?
To keep up with people who, are extremely immature when it comes down to relationships.
Yeah.
Do you really look stupid? No. Or does the other person? I mean,
they both look stupid.
You might look like $1 million when you're out getting your freak on the side, but don't think people aren't taking notice and dogging you.
Yeah.
And when you say, listen, I'm doing the right thing, well, when I found out about it, confronted the person, it's true, yeah, it's over. How do you look stupid? The bottom line is you just continue to do, I'm going to quote Frozen, continue to do the next right thing. That's our only responsibility, to do the next right thing. I mean,
let it go.
No relationship is guaranteed.
Yeah.
At all. You get in, you meet somebody, you might like the way they smile, you might like their eyes, you might like, their anatomy, the shape of their body, whatever the case may be. But it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to be with this person
for the rest of your life.
And just
for the rest of your life.
You're in love with them doesn't mean they're in love with
you. Exactly.
And
that's what really sucks about the whole thing, because people really be sitting here thinking that somebody is in love with them and they got the best person in the whole wide world. And then little do you know what's going on behind your back. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes a person look stupid, is when they're sitting over here bragging about somebody they don't even have. You know what I'm saying?
She said it right. What someone's doing in the dark,
It comes in the light.
And
Absolutely.
And you got to be braced. I mean, I don't know. My motto when I was younger was you always keep a spare tire anyways, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Because people, the bottom line is people are people.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I don't even think it's possible at all for anyone to be completely monogamous. Because
I don't believe it.
People
really
change on a daily basis. People change. And it's like, just because y'all click today doesn't mean 3 weeks from now somebody you might just be the way you leave the toilet seat up. It could be any little thing that causes someone
and
to
pisses somebody off.
And you have no idea what's going on in their head.
Yeah.
None of us. I mean, this ain't the X-Men. It's not a movie. So people are going to be people. We just have to be braced for the worst at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I mean, you love until you can't love no more. Then you keep living and you love again. But you don't stop living. You don't shut yourself down. I can't stop living because you make a bad decision in our relationship.
Absolutely.
And people do that. You know, you got to keep your head up, do the next right thing. It's like, all right, what happened with you and Malay? Well, Malay had other things in mind. It's over. You can call her. She'll give you an explanation. I don't know what to tell you.
And she won't give you an explanation because if something happened in my relationship, it has nothing to do with you. So I'm not about to sit here and explain shit. Crap.
FCC, man. So
nobody.
I'm just saying, whether you or anybody else, the bottom line is I'm not going to sit here and talk about my relationship. You may know a million things about my significant other that I don't know. Now that I know, all right, I can either choose to live with it or walk away. If I choose to live with it, it's really nobody's business. Because in spite of all the crazy things she may do, man, it's probably that special little one thing that she does that just makes me go, you know what? I don't care.
I agree.
I'm going to live with this. And people do it every single day. We're all, we all make our decisions.
I absolutely agree. I agree. Oh, I could have pulled it up on my phone, D.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, I want to see what she's saying too, because she always got something good to say.
My man Sagacity, what's happening, bro?
Hey.
Take that L and charge it to the game. Absolutely. Honesty and open communication is critical.
That's it.
Yep, that dishonesty. Add to the stream. There we go. Let's see. That dishonesty is mad insulting. It is definitely insulting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, can anybody really say they never seen the flags? There's always red flags. We talked about red flags a lot. And sometimes people choose to ignore the signs. If I'm dating somebody and all of a sudden they're wearing something a little bit different, the scent of that perfume only changes on certain days and certain occasions, all of a sudden it's like, their hair is done a certain way, or they're concerned about their body, or they're on the phone and they're walking around moody because of somebody they talk to, and there's somebody on the phone they talk to.
You see it. You see
Wasn't you? People have to learn to see
the red flags.
The signs are always there.
It's there.
So
Absolutely.
by the time it comes back to you, you can't say you didn't know. It's like you suspected all along. So why are you surprised? Theory is what you're doing in the dark will come to light. Absolutely. Yep. Nope, I don't think I believe that totally, D.Moss. Tell me why, Stacia. Stacia says, I guess my parents are an example of long-term relationships, commitment, equaling marriage. But again, my parents are from the old school. My parents were married for 52 years. And if my mom, it's not like my mother ever cheated, but Pop should have hit the road after the 20-year mark. He stayed there because of the kids.
Yeah.
She was married to Jesus. My mom was, may she rest in peace. My mother was married to the church. She was married to Jesus. She was high yellow. My dad was jet black. And my whole life, all I heard was, oh, black. Every time they got mad, oh, black thing, old country thing. So it's like the hurt that he felt, it's kind of like, verbal and emotional abuse is real. And
it's absolutely
I don't want to go, I don't want to go to my grave feeling some kind of way just to prove to people that monogamy is real. Now I can stay with someone for 50, 60 years. My dad stayed there for 52 years. Up until the day he died, and even after, it was like, I don't want to hear that man's name in this house. That man paid for the house. That man, left check and made sure that his retirement went to you after he died. That man did this. That man did that. Mm-hmm. That man was a hell of a father. So not putting my parents' business out, it don't matter. They're both gone. But I know what you're saying about the monogamous statement, but there's times when one or the other should cut their losses, man. When the love is gone and
when it's being forced, when it's a force, it's like a
not even forced. When you hold on, because you don't want to be the one to leave that relationship.
Because
you don't
of
want
kids
to be
or
the one to disappoint.
something
You don't
that-
want to be the one to disappoint your kids.
Right.
So
I
I
agree.
get what you're saying. It's just sometimes, when the writing's on the wall, I don't want to be with somebody just to say I'm with them.
Exactly.
If you don't want to take the time to touch me, to love me, to compliment me, to be there with me when I'm at my lowest point, to support me when I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure,
Then I don't want to
why
be
am I
with you.
there?
It's
Just
a no.
Just to prove that we can make this work.
Right. I
So
agree.
I put it like that, and it's like
I agree, D. I agree.
You gotta know when to call it, and you gotta know when
Oh,
to
what
walk away.
Stacia say? Look at Stacia got a few things she just said.
Let's see.
What's
My
up with
sister
that?
from another mister says, I guess my parents are an example of long-term relationships. Hold up, put up so everybody can see. Equaling marriage. But again, my parents are from the old school. They all were. Trust me. And I much love to your parents. I'm not saying that what they had is probably something I probably need. Maybe I'll feel a little better.
Yeah.
That goes to the monogamy statement. Wow, yeah, that's different and tough. Very verbal and emotional abuse is real. And everybody suffers from that. If you think men don't suffer from verbal and emotional abuse, punch me in my jaw. My jaw will heal. But constantly scar my name, my character, everything about me. And I tell you, that just sticks with me until the day I die. My man Sagacity, that's a difficult break though, especially after years together and you built your life and the family. It is a difficult break, but at the same time, what's more important? Your emotional well-being, your mental health. When we talk about Black men seeking mental health as much as everybody else across the country, it's because when it comes down to relationships, we tend to hold that stuff in. And because it's difficult, we kind of hold on a little bit tighter. No, I built this. Sometimes it's better to let go. When I was living in Meriden, Connecticut, I started the Black Expo. And man, listen, after a while, I got to the point where you let it go. If somebody else wants to take credit for it, take credit for it. I'm not going to fight you over this. Sometimes you let go. Relationships, I've been in dope relationships with beautiful people. And it's just like there's times when it's like you get to a point where I'm not in that space and I'm not going to treat you right.
Right.
It's better to let
it go. Let it go.
We got to learn to let go, know when to walk away.
Let it go. There we go, back to Frozen. Let it go.
I mean, as a kid, me growing up, and I'll throw this out there on Facebook. It is what it is. I'm on 91. I'm on the radio. When you see it and you're watching it and you see it happening, man, it's tough on kids. It's like, I'll never get married. I used to always tell myself, I'll never get married. I'm in my late 50s and I'm still saying, nah, I ain't getting married. Because of what I've seen. It's just like, relationships become unbalanced. And because we take that vow before God, we're like, I can't break this vow. No, you can break that vow because your mental health is far more important. There's just things we need to do. It's either open, honest, and blunt communication, and you work out some type of arrangement, or you learn when to walk away. Kids know when parents are going through something, but staying for their kids' sake, cut the losses. There's nothing wrong with co-parenting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get along better with somebody.
Co-parenting. Yeah, this is absolutely true.
Right now, my two kids, my son and my daughter, me and their mom, we're more like brother and sister now.
Yes.
Just to think of her in a sexual way is kind of like, oh,
right.
That's family.
That's like, yeah.
And I know I put her through some stuff because I was feeling myself when I moved to Springfield. I felt like I was a hot commodity. And it's like, I gotta cut this go because I'm not treating, I'm not where I need to be.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but fast forward 20 years, that's my closest friend. My kids are fine, always stayed involved in their life heavily. They just went from house to house as if they were changing rooms. So you learn to co-parent. And sometimes co-parenting is more important than mom and dad being in a relationship.
Absolutely.
I can care less who you dating.
I agree.
Your man come up in there, hey, bro, how you doing? All right. Listen, I'm just going to grab the kids. I'm leaving. Y'all have a good time. If I have a show, I'll give you tickets to the show. And it's like we have to learn to understand that, some things aren't as serious as we make it out to be.
Yeah.
We got to learn when to cut those losses and keep it moving for the sake of our mental health. There's nothing more important on this planet than our health. You can talk about COVID all day, but man, if my mental ain't where it needs to be, I'm so damn miserable. I might, freak of COVID, that's the least of my worries. Freak cancer and everything else, that's the least of my worries. Because I'm walking around dead while living. That's like walking around with a full belly while you're starving. So relationships, yo, man, we have to really learn how to thoroughly and accurately assess our relationships, figure out where we are, and have a really good understanding of our own personal space within that relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're blaming our significant others for things that we're feeling, things that we're doing. And, it's like, you can't just project, man. We got to work on this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I definitely agree.
Girl, I remember your days.
I agree.
You got jokes. I was feeling myself back then. I ain't going to lie. I was a little skinny dude. I thought I was like the cat's meow. And it wasn't fair to the people that I was with.
Yeah.
Did I mean to be malicious? Absolutely not. I just wasn't in that space to be in a long-term committed relationship. So people got to know, you have to know yourself, man. People have to learn to, study yourself, man. Stop studying everybody else. Stop people watching and look in the mirror and watch yourself.
Right.
Because we come into relationships with all types of flaws, trying to be perfect. And, that's the last thing we are.
I agree.
So that's how I feel about that.
I definitely absolutely agree. I just wanted to add on to the co-parenting thing.
Yep.
Me and my son's father, like, I just feel like people just have a lot of miscommunication, which is why we are in a lot of the situations that we are today. I feel like a lot of people don't want to let go for the sake of their children. And I feel like they need to understand that just because you're separated doesn't mean that you can't raise a healthy child. Me and my son's father, it took 5-6 years for us to be able to co-parent well. But the thing is, we didn't even try until 5-6 years later. Like, and I feel like that's a lot. What a lot of people say, like, you're just so scared to let go. You don't want to see the person with another person, but you don't want to be with them at the same time. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Like, once you let go of that person, thank you. I don't want you with nobody else either.
No, you gotta
but it was like, once you let go of that person, and once you realize that the key is your child, the key is this little person that you're raising, because this person is the one that's watching you and how you're interacting with each other, because that's going to be how they act with a person of the opposite sex, or a person that they're going to be interested in the future, when they're watching you and their other parent. Like, once me and my son's father was able to get past that part, that little part where it's just like, I don't want you no more. My concern is just my child. I just want to see my child. I just want to make sure my child's doing good in school. Once we found our mutual ground, we knew it already. But once we was able to walk on that mutual ground, then, we wasn't able to move past that until we saw that.
Right.
And then when we did, we've been great since.
It's been Gucci.
We haven't had any arguments
Cause
or anything ever since 2016.
You found the balance.
No, nothing. Like, right.
You found a balance.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you find that balance, you can damn near do anything once you find that emotional balance.
And the balance always been there. The thing is, we just never focused on that.
Right.
We always focused on,
listen,
I don't like this because of this, and I don't like this because of that. Like,
most people walk away bitter because of their own ego.
Exactly.
They don't give a damn about anybody else. It's their own ego, and all they can blinders go on, and all they can see are themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, if I'm in a relationship and I'm screwing up, I'm gonna be the first one to call it. You ain't got to call it. I'm gonna be kicking myself and cussing myself out. By the time I talk to you, I done already got it resolved in my head.
Yeah.
So it's like personal assessment, I think, is everything. I know it sounds like I'm talking out of the side of my head, but that's how I look at things now. These days now, I don't want to be in a relationship. Then these days, I just love the fact that I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
So people change daily, man. It's
Fluctuates
like you out there,
all
you
the
see
time.
somebody else with that smile, something about the glow of their skin, and you're like, ooh. But then you're like, I'm in a relationship. Then you get home and you're looking at the person you're with. You remember why you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to remind yourself. Why you are where you are, and why you're with the person you're with. There's nothing wrong with looking back and reminiscing and going, damn, look at that smile. God, I fell in love with that smile. And the first thing you want to do is go hug that person. You know? So we have to remind ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with remembering why we first connected with someone to begin with.
Yeah.
Because it was special when we met them. And it's like, it's like playing cards, man. You gotta know what you're playing with.
I absolutely agree. I agree 100%.
Exactly. Know yourself. Most definitely nothing wrong with working on ourselves.
Exactly.
Yo, this life is all until the day I leave here, man. I've been here almost 60 years and I'm still finding out things about myself. Like, yo.
I know, like, wow. Like, for real, wow. Like, that's me, though.
I've been like, Daryl, really? You couldn't have told me this 30 years ago? You know, it is what it is. You learn things about yourself, and especially the thing, people assume that you're the same person at 20 that you are when you're 30 or 40 or 50. Now you're not.
Change.
If my 25-year-old self was to have a conversation with me right now, he probably cussed me out.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. I probably cussed him out too and tell him how stupid he was.
If my 20-year-old self was looking at me right now, she'd be like, yo, you grew.
Must be lovely.
Good for you.
Must be lovely.
Because I would have did this.
Actually going back 10 years.
I know. I'm almost 10 years back from 20.
Wait till your 20-year-old self, your 30-year-old self, your 40-year, 50-year.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yourself, all sitting in the room having a conversation.
Yeah, I feel like I was 30 at 17. So, like, honestly, it don't even matter to me. But I feel like I'm just now living my childhood years. Because, like, you know, I had my son when I was 17. Okay. So I feel like now, like, see? But I feel like now that my son is 11, like, I'm just now, like, being able to get out there and do what I want to do. And, you know, especially because my son's father is oh, it's too close. My bad. Especially because my son's father is, like, you know, doing what he's supposed to be doing right now. So, like, it just makes everything easier
right now.
Yeah.
And that just makes it easier. It's like you give you a certain amount of freedom. You can get away and do things you want
Yeah.
to do. Because no matter how many kids you have, no matter how old you get, you still want to live your life.
Yeah.
You still want to live. And you know, it doesn't mean that you have to stop living. And that's the thing. People just stop their lives, man. It's like, yo, you used to love to draw. Well, I got kids now. That is the weakest excuse, man. You can't hide from yourself. But this is 90.7 WTCC FM, D.Moss.
MVS Malay.
We in the house. Give me one more topic before we close off tonight. Come on, station. Give me a topic. Somebody give me a topic. What else we got? Yo, listen, man. I've been watching Kevin Samuels a lot.
Oof.
Let me tell you, I'm digging him more and more. People hate him, but he be spot on. I'm sitting here.
I don't hate him.
He's sitting there critiquing people, not criticizing, but critiquing, and he's killing them. And I'm thinking the same thing as he's saying it. Like, yo, I was saying that. You know, it's just like he's not right on everything. Some things he's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't hate him. It's some things that he's really great, spot on, and other things it's like, oh,
we miss
stop.
You, Stacia.
That's it.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of these relationship gurus, man. Sometimes they're spot on, sometimes they're like, yo. But a lot of it, man, it's just really fun. It's fun to watch. And as they're speaking, man, it's just kind of crazy. I'm watching Kevin Samuels, and I'm just like thinking about myself in relationships, going, damn, I think I need to check myself on that. But yo, but enough about me. Tell me what y'all thinking, man. What do y'all think about relationships and everything? How do people stay strong? How do you make it to the 50-year mark? How do you make it to the 20-year mark? The 25-year mark, the 30-year mark? Freak that. How do you make it to the 5-year mark in a relationship? Hit us in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you're on 90.7 and you're listening in the car on your radio, grab your cell phone, but not if you're driving. Let us know what you're thinking. You can check us out at Monday Night Live with D.Moss on Facebook. Just type it in and it'll come up. For everybody on Facebook, how do you make it to a 5-year mark, man? Do you even think about the days? I mean, I'm thinking now, the relationship I'm in now, we've been here for 10 years.
Oh.
Who knew? It was like one day at a time. Before you know it, man, it was like we here.
I feel like communication is big.
Uh-huh.
It's big. Honesty is big. Space is big.
I think honesty with yourself is big.
That's huge.
I think that's big. I mean,
I feel like that comes with the space too.
You got to be honest with your partner. Nah, you got to be honest with yourself.
I feel like the space comes with that, because if you don't get the space, then you don't get the mental alone time to process stuff.
But the space is really here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you got to be honest with yourself, and then you have to be upfront with your partner. You know, it's like, why put yourself through the duress? Why create all the stress and the drama? You know, you talk about, you know, what are the red flags? What are some of the things you look for in yourself when you know you about to mess up?
When I know I'm about to mess up, I get aggravated really quick. I get aggravated quick. Like,
You get aggravated with yourself or your partner?
The person, not a partner, but the other person, whoever it is. I get aggravated.
Are they really aggravating you, or have you just reached that point where you're just like, yeah, there's just nothing here emotionally. I'm ready to get out of this.
Yeah. I feel like it's myself. Okay. I noticed that a lot about myself, or lately I've noticed that a lot about myself, is that when things just get a certain way, my mind feels like it's like scrambling. Like, and it's just like, I can't figure this person out. I can't get real answers. I feel like they're not going to be honest with me. So, I don't want to deal with it altogether. That's just me.
But all that was really focused on them. What's happening is, internal. Forget the external.
Yeah.
How about the internal? Are you saying to yourself, I really don't want to be in this relationship?
Yeah.
And I'm looking for excuses.
No, I don't feel like I'd be looking for excuses. I feel like
everything can't be external. Everything can't be the other person.
Yeah.
Some of it you have to. Some of it you have to look inside yourself and be like, okay, why am I nitpicking? At some point, you don't nitpick.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't feel like I be nitpicking a lot. I honestly feel like, because like I've always felt like I even talked to my cousin about it. I'd be like, I don't know if it's just me or if it's this the situation or that's the situation. But like, I do constantly ask my other friends just to make sure it's not just me. So like when I'm sitting there, and it just all depends on how I'm feeling with certain situations. And if it's just like it don't seem right, like especially if it seems like somebody's in a relationship or something. Like once I feel like somebody is treating me like I'm like another person in their relationship or whatever, I don't want to be any part of it. Like, I don't know. I just start feeling some type of way. It's just like a feeling that I get.
Sagacity says, for me, it's dedication that makes a relationship last.
Yeah.
But talk about the dedication piece. What exactly is the dedication? What does that mean? Looking at the screen, it's just words. What is when you talk about the dedication piece, break down that dedication. What does that mean? And I dig what you're saying, but at the same time, it's kind of like if every partner seems suspect, at what point is it the partner? And I'm not just talking about you personally.
No, I get it.
But at what point is it the partner or is it the person in the mirror? Because everybody can't be completely suspect.
See, but that's what I'm saying. All right, I know what you're saying in general.
Yep.
But that's why I asked my other friends to make sure it's not just my situation.
But your other friends aren't in the relationship.
I get it. But like, how like I would come to you and I'll tell you certain situations with certain things. And I'll be like, all right, so if it was you and blah, 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 what would you do this or what would you do in this situation? Or what do you think about this situation? Just to make sure like it's not just my mind.
Right. But I'm not in the relationship.
Right.
Which means I don't know if person A is person B is doing ... and ...
Right.
How do I know that it's not me causing them to do that? And when I'm telling the story, if I don't tell my part in the play, we're both actors on stage. If I'm not telling my part, and I'm only telling the other person's part, then everybody you talk to is going to give you a wrong analysis because the data is skewed.
So, for example, what Sagacity said.
What are the 3 top factors that you see as white flags and red flags? It makes a whole lot of sense. And then Sagacity says,
before they got to it, that's why I was trying to break it down before they got to it.
And I for
their dedication.
Shucks, you may be asking the wrong person. I think I was too dedicated.
See, this is what I was talking
about.
In a
healthy relationship, dedication looks like being mindful of your partner.
Exactly.
And accommodating.
Exactly. So this is what I'm talking about. So like when I'm asking certain friends for advice on certain things, if you're dealing with a person, not even your expectations for a person, but if you feel like a person is interested in you, it's just like the dedication, the consistency with it. Like, hey, are you going to be calling me once in a blue moon? Are we going to hang out? Are we going to go on a second date? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like if you if somebody's interested in you. Mm-hmm. So like I will go to a friend and be like, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. What do you think? Like, do you think a person would still be like, are they still interested in me? Or like, those are the type of questions that I ask. Or like, what would you do in this? Or like, should you go talk to this person if they didn't hit you back on this day? Should I hit them up again? Like, you know what I'm saying? stuff like that. So that's what I'm talking about. What sagacity is talking about. But go ahead.
Actually, I never know when a person is interested. Something, I guess.
And that sucks.
I kind of guess. I guess because I'm so into. This is gonna sound conceited because I'm so into me. Sometimes I just assume, okay, she's got to be into me. I've got
At least you could admit it.
I've gotten it wrong a number of times. But the thing is, and let me go back before I read. I was too dedicated, but in a healthy relationship, dedication looks like being mindful of your wants, needs, and accommodating.
I'm with sagacity.
For me, dedication looks like being mindful of what my wants, needs, what my wants and needs are.
Right, I get it.
And sometimes it just don't match with the other person. They may be into me 1,000%. But if I'm not thinking about what my want, if I don't know what my role is going to be in a relationship, if I don't know what I want in a relationship, if I don't know what my expectations are of that person in a relationship, all that other stuff goes out the window. First thing I need to do, I need clarification on my role, my perception of my role in the relationship, my perception, my expectations. I need to know all that for myself.
Yourself.
Otherwise, I'm walking in. The minute she says, well, what do you want from me?
Blindsided, right.
So why can't we just be friends? Why do you want me to be a girlfriend? You just want to sleep with me? In a lot of cases, it's like, when you're on a first
I get what
date,
you're
you start
saying.
asking those questions. If you don't know,
your intentions have to be clear to yourself before you feel like you need to address somebody else with those issues. I get
positive and negative factors that the relationship will soar or sink. Man, listen, there are a million positive and negative factors.
There's so many that could
Tell
go
you
with.
what, the Monday after next is when you come back, because next week you have
Speaking yep. So the 4th. Oh no, I'm be in Florida.
When you
so
come back,
the
we're
weekend.
gonna talk about the positive and negative factors that that will sink.
I'm with it. So you gotta save that because I'm definitely with talking about it because it could go so many ways.
Sagacity says, and being dedicated to the relationship means choosing not to cheat no matter what.
Can I say something to that sentence?
Go ahead. Then
yes, being dedicated to the relationship could mean that. But what D was saying earlier, or like what we was talking about earlier, there's just different things that can happen in your relationship that you just don't expect to happen. Like there's different people that you meet. We don't think that you could be full-time monogamous with somebody. We just think that there's different parts in your life that you're just not attracted to the person that you're with. Not even just not attracted to. They're just not the person that you see right now, because like people change all the time. Like, yeah, we could say we won't cheat no matter what, but the thing is, we don't know what happens in the future. I didn't drop it. We don't know what happens in the future. I'm not saying that you're going to cheat on your significant other, but I'm saying I just believe that people just look at other people, like even for a moment, and they'll think about them for a second or think about being with them for a second. I just don't think that your mind is all the way on one person all the time. That's me.
I agree with that. I mean, I could be in love with someone, but that's not gonna. The next person, I mean, Rihanna walked by, and I'm still like, yo.
Excuse me?
Or you don't have to look as good as Rihanna. It can just be an average looking, what some folks would consider to be average looking.
Word.
But have the dopest, warmest personality. Just make you want to hug them for a minute.
Yes.
Second part he said was
agree.
Not spending money and being dedicated to the relationship means choosing not to cheat no matter what. The minute you decide you're gonna be dedicated to that relationship, and I'm there right now. I've decided years ago I'm gonna be dedicated to this relationship, and there's probably been opportunities for both of us to cheat, but it's like, nah, I'm going home. That's when I'll be talking to you. What'd you say? Nah,
you can choose. You pick and choose what you're gonna do.
I'm going home. I'll leave poetry undressed. Yeah, I'm going home. Why are you going home? I gotta go home right now.
I'm going home.
I'm going home.
You got things to do.
I agree with you, sagacity, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be in that relationship,
you're gonna be in it.
Temptation is a sexy mother, brother. Let me tell you, temptation is so damn sexy. Everything about temptation is just like
temptation seeps. It seeps. It makes you want it more.
Temptation is like a young Gladys Knight merged with Rihanna and Beyonce and Janet Jackson with a personality of your mama. And oh my God, you just like,
but I feel like
temptation is sexy.
In my opinion,
yep.
I feel like that entertaining that temptation sometimes is not even, or most of the time, I feel like it's not even worth it.
Well, that's the point. And being dedicated to the relationship means choosing not to
what
cheat
you
no
want
matter
to do.
What.
Exactly.
Because you're saying it's not worth it. What I have at home, girl, you fly as hell.
But
you're beautiful. But what I got at home
is better.
Ooh, Lord, let me tell you about and you gotta constantly, you gotta tell that other person, yeah, as bad as you are, I would love to, but what I got at home is, Lord, it's like oatmeal on a day when I'm starving. It just sticks to my belly.
Agree.
He also says not spending money at the bar because you know you have to pay that mortgage.
I saw that part.
Yo, I just didn't read it out loud yet. So I'm just like, yo, I agree with you. Being dedicated to the relationship means when you go out, no, you don't spend that money at the bar. You gonna buy me and my girls a drink? Well, no, I don't sleep with you and your girls. Now,
right.
I want to. I have a mortgage. I got it. If I spend $100 at the bar, that means I have to.
D, can I say something to what you just said? I gotta say something to that, right? So I had a relationship that I was in for like 6 years, and D was saying something earlier about seeing the pros and the cons to a person. And then when you're telling your friends, you're telling them the cons, you're not telling them the pros, really. Right. And I had to sit and like, oh, he's definitely right about that, because this dude, I was just talking to my cousin the other day, and I was like, you remember when he used to do this, and this? And she like, yeah. And I was like, dang, I miss him.
And it's crazy because we'll mistreat somebody because
I be forgetting. Like,
we be thinking that we're so marketable that we'll mistreat the person that we're with, only to break up with them and then later judge everybody else by that person that we did wrong. You know, it's like we do that. Yeah, well, you know, she the bar. When I used to date such and such, she would do A, B, and C. And it's like, well, why are you still talking about her? Didn't you dog her? You know, and everybody does it. Let's see. Okay, top 3. That's what Stacia said. We got, it's midnight. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Stacia says, okay, I don't want to miss that show. Yeah, you ain't gonna miss that show.
We'll be here.
True, you can change day to day, but what choice do you make
when it happens?
Yo, everything we do,
our life,
who we are depends
definitely.
On who we are depends on the decisions that we make. We change daily based on our decisions.
Agree.
For every decision that we make, there is a reward or consequence.
Yes.
Every decision. And if I make a wrong decision, it alters my being. And we don't acknowledge that. Every bad decision that we make takes us to a different space. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But what choice do you make? Because that determines the true nature of your character. He says exactly that's what I'm talking about. We got to know ourselves.
Yeah.
We damn sure got to know ourselves.
Know yourself.
And Stacia says exactly, Malay. Damn it, exactly.
I like her. I don't even know what we saying exactly to, but I'm with it.
Yo, it's
I want to say something before we X out. I want to say something before we X out. All right, Ray. Yo, shout out to my friend Royal Chris for his Nefertiti necklace.
I don't know what you just said. I heard.
Shout out to my friend Royal Chris for my necklace. Look at D. Look at it. So cute. Look at it.
That's nice.
So yeah, she's gonna be at the Biggie for the next. I don't know. She said till the Biggie closes, so she's making jewelry and stuff. So if you guys want to check her out, that's Royal Chris. She's out there at the Biggie. And yo, if you guys are free next Monday, come to Speak and Eat and still tune in to 90.7 FM because I'm tuning in.
Look, if you at Speak and Eat, don't tune in to 90.7.
No, tune in.
Just have a good time.
They can tune in on the way because they always be late anyway. So on your way to Speak and Eat, tune in to 90.7 FM. Okay, we out here.
Yo, this is Monday Night Live. D.Moss
MVS Malay.
He says, man, y'all got me up late on a school night. Yo, my man, love you, bro. Hey, Stacia, you know you the
back at it.
Everybody listening at 90.7. If you're in your car, you're at home, you're at work. For all those folks working third shift, much love to you. Make them dollars. For all my brothers and sisters who find themselves locked behind them walls, I got to say this. Know that you're loved. We love you dearly. We can't wait for y'all to get back home and join us up here in this community. We need our warriors and our soldiers back home. We have more intellects behind the walls than we do on college campuses. We need y'all home, but we need y'all home making the right decisions. Can't wait to see y'all when y'all get here. Much love. Yo, this is Monday Night Live. D.Moss and
MVS Malay.
And I'm about to change the mood because, man, I just found a song by my girl Audira that I haven't heard in years. It's called Sorry. Check it, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Boom. All right, Sagacity Station. Love y'all. Peace.